Please stop. You gotta stop that. Cat was jumping on my desk. I love to see it. Hey dude, love your videos. Oh, thank you. We're gonna start soon. I have to get more coffee. I also have to tweak the audio settings. I don't know what's too loud, not too loud. We'll see. I'm probably gonna fuck it all up, but that's fine. So, I heard a thing. I'm on the wrong scene, so I didn't see it, but I heard it. Congrats on 5K. Thank you. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're jamming. We're gonna play some DS1 today. I think I'm gonna see how far I can get. Maybe I won't do as much modding unless it's like a horrible bug I find. I think generally maybe we'll just relax. We'll just relax. And we'll have fun. Speedrun it. Oh hell yeah, no mercy. I mean, as you guys can tell from my videos, I'm so good at the game. Obviously, I'm amazing at it. I never die. I never get hit. What's up, Miles? All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta get more coffee. I hit the live button and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I'll be back. Lofty Smoogles. Thought I was gonna miss the stream because of work, but I read my schedule wrong and I'm off today. Oh my god. Back when I was in retail for like 10 years or whatever, yeah. Whenever that happened, oh my god. So, it felt so good. There's something special about when you think you have to do something, or you have your whole day, you know, tied up with something, and then you realize that you actually have the day off. Oh my god, it's even more exciting than just a day off you knew about. It has a special energy to it. You're like, oh shit. I do kind of miss those things about having like a normal, like, well, I wouldn't say Monday through Friday. It was kind of like, it was retail, so it was any day, basically, annoyingly. But, yeah, oh shit, let me switch the... Baby! There we go. I have a character, and I think I'm gonna go... Dex. I normally don't go Dex, because, I don't know, it's not as cool, you know. All the cool kids go for strength, but... I in my latest videos, I've been using the Uchi katana. I think I'm gonna go for the Uchi. I think I'm gonna go Uchi. Kill the, cause that merchant guy, I don't know. He's sus, so I'm pretty okay killing him actually. Thief? Yes. 1000% thief. Best looking starting armor. Hot take. Naked Zweihander is my favorite build. Yeah. Zweihander is, I think I've done one run through with that. Strong bonk, you know? Black fire bombs? Yes. Although I've always found it odd, the starting, like, things that you pick, and I guess this is the case with all of the Souls games, is that there's usually like one that is really good, and then everything else is like, eh. It's kind of weird where, because I used to think like, oh, is this like black fire bombs that every time I come back, I'll have more? And they're like, no. Also, I love that they still call it an STD bomb. I think that's hilarious. I'm giving out gonorrhea. That's great. Divine holy water. Like, it's just one-time use, dog. I always find that weird. I'm like, and then here's the other thing that I find really strange is that they left a blank spot at the bottom. Why would they leave a blank spot? Like, you are in control of the UI that you're designing. Like, why did you forget one? You know, did you forget a really cool one? I've never picked the old witch's ring because I'm always like, that's a debate, right? I don't know. I find it odd that they just left that little spot. I played Deprived. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got to go full beef jerky mode. To give us phantom pain, yeah. Binoculars, yeah, you know, maybe. I've still never used binoculars in any of my videos. That's because it doesn't really work that well. They're all kind of a joke, even the one in Bloodborne is kind of stupid. One humanity, yeah, that's true. Give me a twin Humes. More deadly than an STD bomb. Whenever I watch new people playing the game for the first time, they always look at that and go, God damn, I'm giving STDs out? Yeah, I think the binoculars are right in the graveyard, right? I've never really used them in my playthroughs, but yeah, I think they're... I love how you can... Most all of this is just stuff you'll easily find or is completely useless. So, Master Key it is. Also, I may be Dex, but I am jacked. Top heavy? Oh, no. No. We're going for Arm Day. It's for friendships we make along the way. That's true. Yeah, I guess. Also, I find it funny that like these starting things are so aggressively bad. Like, I don't know, they just look weird to me. Like, what is going on? Oh, it allows you to understand the Fair Lady? Oh, shit, really? Huh. Oh, actually, you're right. I already have the Master Key. God damn it. That's right. I always forget that class starts with that. Small increase to HP. You know what? No, I'm not doing that. Because I get rid of that really quickly. It's a shitty ring anyway. Yeah, I already have the Master Key. That's my bad. Pendant. No. Twin Humes. Alright, we'll do STD bombs. You know what? Let's kill Asylum Demon with STD bombs. Classic Xena. My face is going to be covered anyway. That looks familiar to me for some reason. Also, the hair I think is pretty ugly too. Okay. Getting the Demon Great Hammer. Oh my god. Hell yeah, it is. Oh, Aaron Weiss with a super chat? Oh my gosh, thank you. That's my first super chat I think ever. Heidi's Tower of New Londo. Can't wait for the full thingy to be done. I love how this is genuinely all about scenery. I love the Dark Souls community. Hell yeah, dog. I agree. Why not cosplay as Shrek? Yeah, okay, that's true. I do need to like make a really funny looking, okay. Which one is customize? There you go. Let's do features, strong features. And oh my god, he looks like an actor that I can't. Yeah, let's go different. And then we're gonna crank the shit out of this. Let's turn him around. And let's see what happens. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, what does he have on his face? Oh no. Oh, now his face shrunk again. Oh no. Oh no. Um, okay. It's kind of like Beautiful Squidward from SpongeBob, but like microwaved. Yeah, are those side boobs on his face? Yeah, this is perfect. If this is not, why can't all men look like this? Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Yes, that is where my brain was going with that. Gambling with genetics. Oh, this also looks like the in what's the movie Prometheus? Those big beefy people. Yeah, whatever the forebearers that were doing, they were, you know, combing into the world or whatever I don't know. Yeah, behold our savior. Okay, I agree. Oh God, he needs that hood and mask. He needs it. Software engineer here got my initial understanding of how to code from messing around with Dead Island files and griefing other players online. Your content brings it all back for me. Keep it up. Oh, thank you. Strong Arm Dick Smash. Well, that is just the best name of today. Okay, that's the new thing. Someone has to top Strong Arm Dick Smash. Yeah, get the sack hood as early as possible. Yeah, I need a bag over this face. Oof. Women want only one thing, and it's disgusting. It is this guy. Yes, we will start the game with this. Does anyone need the lore cutscene? Does anyone need to know what's going on? It's a pretty sick-ass cutscene, just so we're clear. It's pretty fucking awesome. We'll see what chat says.
A land of gray crags, arch trees.
I haven't seen Prometheus in like 4 years. Yeah, same. I was one of the people who actually liked it. I know it has like I don't know, a lot of people don't like it, but I personally thought it was really cool for what it was. And it could be because I'm not an alien, like, you know, specialist or whatever, or fanboy. So, like, for me, I was okay that it was making loose connections to Alien. I don't know. I mean, I know there's some jokes about, like, when they run away from that big spaceship, and it's like, you know, you could just run to the left or the right. You don't need to, like, run. Why would anyone rewatch Prometheus? I liked it. I thought it was cool. Like, what's his face? The main, one of the main guys in it. I thought the cast was really good. Michael Fassbender. Like, come on. He's so good. Yeah, I think Prometheus worked well for people who weren't Alien fans. And the Alien fans were like, fuck that movie. And for me, I was like, I think it's just good sci-fi. You know? I don't know. I didn't overthink it. I thought this is just kind of cool. Yeah, Alien Covenant. I did not like that as much. I get that they were more directly bridging, I think, between like Alien and like the Prometheus origin story kind of thing, and I thought it was not as good. At least Prometheus, I felt like tried things and failed at some of them, but I felt like it tried, right? But I'm not a movie critic or anything. I don't watch a ton of movies. How are you doing, From Serve? Congrats on 5K. Thank you. Markway? Did I get that right? The guy Flame God Flan that Guinevere eloped with was actually a primordial pre-dark sign man similar to Manus. Humans commanded their own fire back then, the Black Flame. God damn, Aaron Weiss coming in with the lore. That Covenant was lacking something. Yeah, it was. Dyslexic potato, yes. Or no, dyslexic potatoes. Interesting. Congrats on 5K, man. Thank you. Yeah, to be honest, I still don't really understand it. I feel like not that long ago I had like 20 So, yeah. Have you thought about a forum for this mod, specifically Discord chat or subreddit? Yeah, that's true. I forgot about a subreddit. I do have a Discord. I think the link kind of went dog shit, but yeah, okay, don't look at my alt tabbing. Don't look at my alt tabbing. I don't even know what was on my alt tabbing. Let's hope I wasn't looking at something unsavory. Oh my god, can you imagine if my... Oh, you can't see my search history right now. There you go. It's nothing bad, surprisingly. Let me open up Discord real quick. Let me get that link. I can post the link in chat.
Carriers of the accursed dark side.
You saw the... Is that Born Hub? Oh shit. Invite people, copy. Okay. I saw the Born Hub. I could see a Pornhub link being on my alt tab. I could see it. TBH, like. Not today, though. Oh man, yeah, the cutscenes, like, they look like ass because they have different lighting, so. I haven't really figured that one out, but I think most people are just gonna bypass it. Look at that, no skull lantern. Oh, I forgot to turn off the Discord. Shit. I don't want that sound playing every goddamn time. I have to edit that out of my videos when I forget. I'm okay. Nothing to be ashamed of? No. Yeah, totally not. Like, really it just becomes a discussion of which porn website, to be honest. I enjoy these games a lot. I have dark signs scrawled in my ink, or in ink on my flesh. Hell yeah, dog. I need to get some Dark Souls tattoos, to be honest. I have a SpongeBob tattoo, and that's it. Which I know is probably going to create more questions than anything, but being able to see the distant maps is one of my favorite DS3 features, so I love that aspect of your mod. I didn't know about the distant scenery that was supposed to be other areas. Yeah, depending on when you first played it too. Like if people first played it back on 360, well, and that's what we have to remember. I say this in my videos, of course, so if you're hearing something you've heard before, well, welcome to the stream. But yeah, we have to remember that the game was designed around 720p in mind. So, like all the distant things that look like ass, well, they were a lot less noticeable. So, keen viewers could see it. I always looked at the low poly stuff, noticing that it's actually the areas in the game. Yeah, I think some people... I was never particularly good at noticing a lot of that stuff until I started modding, and I went, oh my god, that looks terrible. Oof. Oh, also I darkened the ground texture here. I did that yesterday because I wanted it to match the grass a little bit more and match more so the actual new textures that I've put out here. And the ground was like that texture was super bright, dog. It was oof. So I darkened it a little bit to kind of better match a little bit. And congrats on 5K. I've always loved this game, and seeing you essentially remaking the game in some places is amazing. The remake that FromSoft never made. You're too kind, Demo Knight. I think the way that I view it is I'm doing a lot of the really easy things that Q-Lock should have done when they remastered it. And to be fair, that's not shitting on Q-Lock, because as far as I know, we don't know what their contract was like. We don't know how long they were given. We don't know what their budget was. We don't even know what Bandai Namco told them. Like, did Bandai Namco basically tell them, like, hey, don't fuck with a lot of shit. Just make it run on current platforms, do a little here and there, quality of life, and then get the fuck out. We don't really know. So I don't think it's as fair to... can you have a look at the statues next to the door? Yes, I will do that when I run back through the area. Console players stay losing. That's me too. I can't afford a gaming PC. Yeah. And hell, the PC I have is all made of parts from like 4 or 5 years ago. So I can't say anything. I don't have any... I'm not one of those streamers that has like a fucking 4090 and you know, i9 13900K or something. I'm like, damn, dude, I got a little mid-range PC. It's good enough for what I do, to be honest. Um, Honestly, you don't need it. No, well, for DSR, oh god, no. For DSR, you could run the base DSR on like a fucking toaster. It's really well optimized. They actually need to get more credit for the optimization work that they did because it's so vastly better than Prepare to Die in that specific way. There's a lot of other differences, but in terms of performance, they did a great job. It's buttery smooth. Oh shit, my ass. I want to mod my game so bad. Yeah, I, the one thing I do recommend is almost all of my PCs have been, you know, parts from like Reddit. You know, there's that hardware swap subreddit, or eBay, or mostly used parts from other like gaming nerds, basically. And you can just get them a lot cheaper, and they can have feedback, so you can trust that you're getting good shit. But yeah, I've always been thrifty on my computers, and yeah, you really don't need to get anything too crazy. Like, no one needs to get the current level of gaming performance, or gaming or GPU performance. Like, there's some of them are ridiculous. But yeah, the gods of DS aren't like divine super beings like the Greek Olympians. They are just the same race as Gwyn and his kind. Yeah, and I also like the sort of parallel between the Greek gods, where like you basically learned that they were petulant like humans, and they had a lot of the flaws that humans had as well. And so I like that they've kept that the same with the Dark Souls gods, air quotes, where they had their own problems and they weren't like above pettiness. And so I like that. I've been gaming on a laptop for over a decade now. Yeah, laptops have been great, and they're better than ever, probably, in terms of power to power, or graphics power versus how much power they consume and heat and whatnot. Do you ever throw in Easter eggs? Yeah, so that's actually my plan of where I will make changes. I'll add something and I just won't tell anyone for sure. So I can neither confirm nor deny the current existence of any Easter eggs. I also am really bad at remembering, so realistically I'd probably forget that I did something. Okay, this is our first parry. Oh, baby. It's going to be a good run. It's going to be a good run. The Oscar reflection is making me hot. I know, strong arm dick smash, right? That's one of my favorite little things. I was like, and I guess that's what I don't understand about a lot of the like really easy, low-hanging fruit things that I'm doing, where I'm like, damn, Q-Lock, come on. Y'all could have done this. Y'all could have done so much of this. And they, but once again, we don't know the situation behind it. Almost all PCs, I thought you were going to say exploded. Oh shit. No. No, thankfully they have not exploded. I've had good luck, and I never really had to RMA anything. I've had really good luck with PC hardware. Okay, you know what? Oh no, I just threw one of my STD bombs. I forgot I have the HUD off still. Son of a bitch. Okay, I mod with the HUD off. Mostly it's because when I record the videos, I don't want my HUD on. So, you know. Artorias and Ornstein are also of this Lord race. Oh, yeah. Now, in Dark Souls 3, the Irithilians. Oh, that sounds so cool. At the Lord race being tall, pale, gaunt, and sickly looking, which sadly means Guinevere probably wasn't as hot as the hologram would have us believe. Not canonical. She is always hot. This might be a dumb question, but what happened to the HUD? Yeah, that's true. I'm glad you asked exactly at the moment where I went, fuck me. I need to turn it back on. So I need to know where my health is at. Is editing maps for Sekiro similar? Yes. Because luckily it uses the same engine. So in terms of, I have loaded up Sekiro, and I fucked everything up. And the problem is Sekiro functions the way that DS3 does. And wow, I one-shotted his bitch ass? Okay. It functions the way DS3 Elden Ring does. and Armored Core 6 for that matter, where they run most of their more complicated changes are done through the gparam like text files, and it sucks ass. I mean, I say it sucks ass, but I'm sure it's really good once I get into it, but it makes it more difficult for me. DS1 and Demon Souls have such a freedom of, like, it's the wild, wild west when you're modding this. Like, it is harder in some ways, but it's also, I can do so much more just in DS Map Studio. Whereas with DS3 and the later ones, I have to kind of edit that goddamn text file. And I really, that sucks ass. I don't like that. Sekiro is one Souls-ish game I haven't completed. Let me tell you, I tried like 5 different times to play through Sekiro, and I failed. And then on my 6th attempt, I went, all right, you pussy ass bitch, we're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna do this shit. I don't care how many times I die. I'm gonna beat my head against the wall. And mostly it was rewiring my brain. I had to correctly understand what they were trying. Yeah, these are like framped, right? These are primordial serpents, right? Am I wrong in that? But yeah, Sekiro, absolutely worth it. It is one of the best games ever made, and it's not my favorite to replay because it gives you less freedom, and by design of how you play it, right? But it is just a beautiful, beautiful game. Any plan for a remake similar, Prepare to Die? Yeah, I mean, Prepare to Die, unfortunately, is just one I've tried, and it just doesn't let me add dynamic shadows, and so then removing baked lighting doesn't really make any sense because, well, I can't replace it with dynamic shadows, so that's not really worth it. And then distant meshes. Yeah, I mean, I could see that having some value for Prepare to Die. I think the problem you run into there is that Prepare to Die is not well optimized. It's obviously an older game, so of course it's going to run with DS Fix at a decent frame rate. But even on my PC, which, came out, most of the parts are from like 7 years later, I still get frame drops in Prepare to Die. So, it, like, Lost Izalith, oh my god. It fucking sucks, dude. I get frame drops and ugh, it's terrible. Would you consider doing tutorial videos on specific things? Like, for example, I have an issue with importing an SFX/object from one map. Oh yeah, yeah. If it's a specific SFX, yeah, I do want to do tutorial videos. I think that they're going to be really boring for most people, but I'm okay with that. Like, I guess I don't need to make really interesting videos for every single person, because I think the tutorial videos could be helpful for in the future if there's anything I can pass on, because everything I've learned is from other modders. So, yeah, the SFX thing, I only figured that out recently. Oh god, yeah, this cutscene looks like ass, dude. Don't look at this. Don't look at this cutscene. Don't look at this one. It's because it's not using the fake meshes anymore that I got rid of from Firelink Shrine. So it ends up looking like ass. It's a trade-off that, like, I don't know if I can do much about that. But yeah, the SFX, I figured that out, is that you just have to go to the SFX folder for Dark Souls Remastered, and then inside there you'll find the different folders for each map's specific SFX, the different ones that they use. So go to the one for the map that you're trying to take the SFX from, because you'll have that ID, right? In DS Map Studio, it'll see it's using the ID of 530 or 511 or 110568 or whatever it is. You'll have that ID, and that corresponds to the FFX file that is in the specific folder in the SFX folder. It's very, very annoying. But basically, you can steal that one FFX file, go back to the other folder to the map that you want to bring it to, and then you open that up, copy that in. And then you have to edit the Yabber or WitchyBND TXT file and add that file to the list of what it's repacking. Then you repack the whole thing. And now you can call that SFX in that other map that you want to bring it to. So that's the short version, but I should do an actual. All of my tutorialized information is in my longer form videos, and so it's impossible for anyone to find them. So I do understand that. Yeah, let's see. I know that you made sometimes, but I'd love something I could easily find and go back. Yes, that is 100% what I would like to do. Are your mods compatible with multiplayer? Yes and no. There's no easy answer to that, unfortunately. As you can see in my game, I still see bloodstains and messages. I have a data fraud warning, but I've had it on my account for even prior to me modding. So I don't know what it was from, but I still see shit and I still see phantoms. But at this point, I'm modifying so many of the files, and I changed my listing on Nexus that I'm no longer confident that like it's 100% safe. It was never 100% safe to begin with, but like I just was like, I'm like, dog, I'm messing with too many files now. I don't know, you know, and that's why I recommend that, you know, if you want to be like super safe, I probably would recommend playing it offline. But then again, I've been playing it online every single time I mod it, all day, every day, and I haven't gotten any sort of like actual ban. I still see the phantoms. I don't know if I can be invaded because I never reverse the hollowing. Like, I just don't do that because there's no point for me. I'm not really playing the game. I'm just modding, right? I'm just kind of looking around. I did fix a glitch with over here, which should be in the next update. I fixed a glitch where if you go far enough in the graveyard, you can actually start to see the catacombs because it was super blue. And I was like, oh, goddamn. Yeah, you gotta stay beef jerky, Lofty Smoogles. You gotta stop. Beef jerky is literally the essence of this game. I don't need to be human. I don't need to be summoning people. Get out of here. Alright. Oh god, I don't do any damage to the skeleton. Sorry, see you later, guys. The SFX fog looks real good over here. I remember playing this game for the first time, because that's my story with Dark Souls, is that I do plan on making a video. Oh my god. Dude, you guys suck. I don't even think, I haven't even sat at the Firelink Shrine one yet. Oh, shit. Oh, I can almost land on that pillar. No, I tried playing it back in like 2013. I think my brother and I were trying to play it on 360, and we just kept dying to Taurus Demon over and over again. And then we were dying to the skeletons at the graveyard, the classic sort of thing, right? That fog does look good. Hell yeah, it does. Yeah, that SFX, real nice. I don't know why they... That's one of the weirder things, is this SFX was literally used right here for the fog. And then like 10 feet that way is a graveyard, and they just didn't use any fog at all. It's really weird. I don't... That one's, to me, I'm like... You had it right there. I don't... So... Oh my god, Vitality all the way, dog. But no, I tried playing it in 2013, and then I just gave up. And I only came back in, I think it was 2020, and that's when I first beat Dark Souls. And that started my journey of my obsession, really. Because I played Dark Souls 1, then I moved to Dark Souls 3, got my ass handed to me, and... Oh, look at this guy. Oh, we got fucking Havel the Rock. Oh my god, Strong Arm Dick Smash. I love saying the name, by the way. $10, thank you. Oh my god. That's amazing. That's so generous. Beautiful project. Me and my best pal still love DS1 the most, and this breathes life. Expect more exposure in the future. I pray this turns out to be online safe. Yeah. I wish there was some way I could promise that it's online safe, but we don't really know what triggers bans and what doesn't. Like, I'm not messing with any net code, you know, but I am messing with a ton of the base files. So like, I think if everyone was using my mod and playing online together, then maybe that's okay. Damn, you knocked me over, dude. You son of a bitch. I love how these guys still fuck me up. If I don't respect... Okay. Thank you again, Strong Arm Dick Smash. That's a great name. Wow, I am playing like absolute dog shit. I need that. I need the Uchi. That's the problem. Fog down in Blighttown looked really good as well. Thank you. Yeah. That worked out really well. I lowered it recently. That's also not in an update yet, but it will be. I got it. I made it. I made it. Oh, actually, usually I don't go on this bridge. Does it look like ass? I will say the environment, there's like a mixture between these two different landscape meshes. And it's kind of weird because yeah, like they're all covering a similar area, but they were just completely different textures. So I have to look at that. Anyone else spooning with their dad right now? Possibly, maybe. Do you think it's possible to port DS1 and remake it in Dark Souls 3 engine? I mean, that certainly has come across my mind where I'm like, that sounds sick as hell. Oh, I just saw something pop in. Fucking hell. Yeah, from what I've heard, is it's actually easier to take something from DSR and bring it to DS3 than it is to bring something from DS3 and bring it back to DSR for whatever reason. I would assume because DSR, obviously, you know, it's 2018, and you know, DS3 being 2016, and they're on the same engine, so maybe they updated a bit of Dark Souls engine technology here. I mean, they obviously did. Congrats on 5,000, and thanks for the content. Thank you, Kim Lee. Hell yeah. Suited Monkey works for Capcom to ban anyone having fun with laser beam precision. Yeah, that's true. DS2 was my first Souls game. Hell yeah, dog. That's a good one. I love DS2. I was also 11 years old. Dude, I can't even imagine playing a Dark Souls game at like 11 years old. What was I playing at 11 years old? I think I was playing goddamn Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Yes, I'm also old, by the way. Yeah, DSR engine certainly got some upgrades. Well, it went from DX9 to DX11, so that was pretty big. So which copy of the game do I need for your mod? You just need Dark Souls Remastered. 30s is not old. I know. I'm 32. It's not that bad. I joke. Did I adjust the coloring? Yes, I did. Firelink Shrine shares more in common with Undead Burg now, which I know is not popular with everyone, but you know. Oh, hold on. Let's go down here real quick. This is my favorite feature of my mod right now, and it's also the thing that went like pretty viral on Twitter, which I was not expecting, and I got like in PC Gamer and shit. I was like, what? Hey, chill, guys. Fucking chill, you Joe Montana ass firebomb throwers. Get that shit out of here. Hey. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Doing the Infinite Manual and Tony Hawk. Oh, hell yeah. God, I used to play Tony Hawk a lot back on like PS1. That was my jam. I would love to see Dark Souls 1 with Dark Souls 3 fight pacing. Yeah, so that's part of the problem, though, is that if you did that, Dark Souls 1 would become a cakewalk. You'd have to speed up all of the enemies and bosses, because you would just rinse this goddamn game if your character played like a DS3 character. Also, there's Capra. That's my favorite feature from this mod, is that now he renders from up here. It's great. Yeah, now, like, then I got in the Spanish gaming press, and I was like, what the shit? I'm so bad at throwing firebombs. Are you throwing firebombs, dude? I like how he gives up. He looks so sad right now. He's picking up his toys and going home. Does anyone have any sad music I can play? Yeah, DS1 was created with slow pacing purposely. It very much was, yes. That's why DS1 difficulty I think works, because you are slow-ish and the enemies are slow. So like I feel it's pretty balanced. Yes, I'm throwing him an STD bomb. Actually, God fucking damn it. Okay, let's see. Oh baby. Okay, we're close. Oh no, that's gonna hit the wall again. Oh baby. Oh my god, I'm so accurate right now. It's insane. Oh my god, I'm killing the game here. I'm killing the goddamn game. Oh, well, okay, except for that one. Don't look at that one, chat. That was... Oh! Do I have the power? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be buying firebombs. Just you wait. Just you wait. You can hit him with firebombs like you can't. Yeah, the old cheese method. A lot of people were pointing that out. I'm like, oh no, I know there's still there were other cheese methods. I just was not good at them. Like I was bad at them. I never did the over fog wall one because I just suck ass at it. Throwing dung pie, fuck yeah. That's the Chad move right there. I hate when I kill an enemy and they literally just shit their pants and I pick it up. It's so annoying. I wonder how he'll... So I just can't rest. That's fine. I won't rest and I'm going to get the fire bombs and come back. Is this a throw you can normally do? No, it's actually not. So in the base game, without my mod, he does not render from up here. And yeah, so you wouldn't be able to kill him normally. But you could kill him over the fog wall if you're in Lower Undeadburg. And there's also another way. There's another like weird spot you can kind of be in. But this one is just so much easier. Okay. Bitches. Hey. All right. Oh, that was a super jump. That was uncool. I am the protagonist. No one does a super jump unless it's me. Okay. Don't come in here, guys. Just imagine the game remade in Dark Souls 3. Yes, I mean, absolutely, yeah. If you remade it just in the Dark Souls 3 engine, sort of like what Archthrones is doing. Yeah, like I think it's definitely possible. I just think yeah. There's people smarter than me. Can you make torches cast shadows like in DS2? Highly unlikely. There's a guy who modded in a torch to... Oh, 23 should be fine. Okay. There's a guy who modded in a torch to Dark Souls, and he told me how he did it, and I went, well, that is above my pay grade. That is insane. It's so difficult to get it working, so... And then torch shadows? Nah, man. The way that this game does like dynamic shadows, like when the character is casting the shadow, it's literally just set by like the... it's just set by like the shadow bank setting for the whatever the collision is set to render what shadow bank ID, and so like it's not, as far as I can tell, there's just absolutely no functionality for directional shadows based upon like where it's casting the light. Like it just seems like that's just not something that was in the game. Dark Souls 2, of course, did a lot when it came to that. A lot of it got stripped out, unfortunately. But the functionality still relied, or was still in the engine, if that makes sense. In a work meeting right now, but love your videos, man. Thank you. Hopefully the work meeting is not a bore, and is really fun and really cool. Lighting engine in DS1 is just absolute ancient. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very similar to the Demon Souls one, and yeah, it's pretty old. What advice you recommend for people who want to pick up modding Soulsborne games? Oh, you bastard. You almost had me there. Personally, I would recommend downloading DS Map Studio and kind of look up a tutorial of... I mean, I would like to make like an intro one of like getting started with DS Map Studio, because that's how I really got started. Technically, I was modding Dark Souls 2 textures, but that didn't involve anything like complicated. All of that was being done by the lighting engine, DS2 lighting engine mod, and I was just doing the texture part. So, but then I downloaded DS Map Studio all because I wanted to place grass in DS2. And from that point, I over time just learned, oh, now I know how to move objects. Oh, god damn it, dude. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're so close. But DS Map Studio is actually pretty easy to use. And obviously in my videos, I'm using it pretty often. Oh my god. Dude, you are hooking these real bad. Yes. Give me that key to the depths, motherfucker. Congrats on 5K. Hey, it's McThizen. McThizen did the Dark Souls remastered logo. What a legend. I still use it. I love it. It's so great. Yeah, Torch Shadow is not possible. Yeah, you'd have to like... There is a guy rewriting a lot of the shaders. It's called the Dark Souls Shader Overhaul or whatever. I have messaged him because I'm like, yeah, your mod's really cool. Doesn't really seem to work with my mod. Specifically, it makes everything like way darker, and then it doesn't like my removal of baked shadows at all. Are the brick textures upscaled here? I don't think so. I honestly forget like the ones that I've upscaled, but these, like the floor bricks, I don't think so. I've done some of the walls. Yeah, I did like this wall, I think is upscaled. And then I think the floor maybe a little bit too, but DSR doesn't get enough credit for its material work. There actually are a decent number of textures that look pretty fucking good. And people shit on it, but I'm like, no, I live in Dark Souls Remastered, so like, I don't think I have room to speak on a lot of things, but like for Dark Souls 1, like I'll stand up for Remastered because my mod wouldn't exist without Remastered. So I think people have to keep that in mind. So is the NVIDIA board engineer DSR path tracing project dream fully dead? Oh, was there a specific one that someone was talking about? I do know in the future so there's two options that I'm keeping my eye on. So there is RTX Remix, which for those not in the super nerding or nerd know on that, is it's obviously the project and the program and the tool set that NVIDIA has created to allow modders to remaster older games. Unfortunately, it is centered on like DirectX 7, DirectX 8. No, just hoping. Oh, gotcha. It is possible. So RTX Remix, they're currently making a Half-Life 2 remix version with path tracing. A lot of older games like Morrowind. Yeah, RTX Remix is pretty limited currently. They just updated it. The problem is when it gets into shader model related stuff, that it doesn't need that. It needs a fully fixed pipeline. And that's why like early DirectX 9 games that didn't have any of these extra shaders or any of that shit, it can handle that. And now they've added more functionality to where it can take some of the shaders, but not all of them. Because I've been trying with RTX Remix to get Prepare to Die, because it's a DX9 game, to work, and it just sadly doesn't. So I will keep trying. Doesn't work with games that were developed for multiple platforms. I'm not sure if that's the issue necessarily. It's more so down to the actual engine and what version of DirectX it's using. Obviously, it can't do anything past DirectX 9. It can barely do DirectX 9 as is. It prefers DirectX 8 and older. But in the future, for sure, I think they'll figure it out. NVIDIA can figure that out. I don't find that unlikely. Upscale the Abyss texture. The other thing, here's the more likely approach, is the guy who does the RTX or RTGI reshade, Pascal Glitcher. Is there a link to download your mod? Oh, it is available. Yes, it's in the description. There is a link directly to the Nexus page, and I update it every once in a while, every couple days, every 3 days, I used to do like daily updates, and then I stopped doing that. I was like, you know what? Let's wait a little bit longer. But no, so the guy who does the RTGI reshade, he announced like a couple months back or a month back where he's working on. Oh, really? Any game that has a PS3 360 version. I think I know what they might mean. Yeah, that's true. So if it's hit that level and it was developed for PS3 360, that's when shaders became just massively used. And so, yeah, pixel shaders, it just completely... Sadly, it's not in the description. Get the fuck out of here. What the hell? Oh, is it... Oh. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's not in the description for the live stream. That's true. I could see that. Damn. Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull up my Nexus mods for a second. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go full screen. You can't see anything I'm doing, but that's fine. That's no big deal. DSR graphics overhaul. Yep. Okay, let's put that back. Let's go back to our chat. Booyah! You have been linked. Yeah, I could see that. Any game that was used for that, or on PS3 360, yeah, they use too many pixel shaders that it's just not. It's very unlikely that currently. I think they'll figure it out. The remix team is pretty brilliant, but no, that's where there's a reshade. The guy who does the RTGI is working on his path tracing version of it that's not using screen space. And the example he showed was Skyrim. And I think you could pin it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can I? Oh, nice. I pinned it, apparently. Sick titties. Cool beans. But yeah, so it's basically going to be path tracing through using the injection method of reshade, which means it will work with all DX11 games. Which means, right as he makes that available, because I will pay the fuck out of his Patreon to get that as soon as I can, because apparently there's some work you need to do to get certain games functioning. I promise you guys, right here at this moment, the second that becomes available, I will try to get that working on Dark Souls Remastered. 1000%. A path traced Dark Souls Remastered with my extra shit I've done in the mod. Come on. Fuck yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's months down the road, though. What is your opinion of the Demon Souls remake? Excellent question. I think it is... Oh, thank you, Crispy. $2. You're so generous. That's so nice. Anytime anyone gives me money, I'm like, I grew up in the Midwest. I don't know how to accept niceness. No, I like the Demon Souls remake. I have not played it yet because I can't afford a PS5 or it just hasn't been in the budget, you know. And they also weren't available for a long time. But yeah, I like it. I think it's great. I think it made some changes that I don't agree with now that I've modded Demon Souls, and I love OG PS3 Demon Souls. I think it made some changes that I kind of like, I don't like that. But I get it. I don't hate them for it. You can also play the original version still. No thanks to Sony, admittedly. You have to emulate it or have a PS3. I think that sucks ass. I think there should be a PS4 version of it that is just the base game, but it can render it like 1080p or higher or whatever, and then it runs at 30 or 60 FPS. But I know there's no reason for Sony to do that. I understand the business angle is that there's no fucking reason for them to do that. So it's a shame though. But I like the Demon Souls remake. I think Bluepoint is a fantastic studio. Yeah. Yeah, they did a lot of work with the remake where they didn't need to, but it's still one of the most beautiful games. It's one of the most beautiful games ever made. That remake is, say what you will about it, any of the changes, it is an absolute highlight of graphics rendering. That to me, there's a lot of subjective opinions you can have, but that one where I go, that's objectively an insanely gorgeous game. And we're 3 years out, and it's still, I think, easily one of the best looking games that we have currently. And then I think the work they did on a lot of the levels, and I think you could say 95% of that is incredibly faithful. And I understand there's the 5% that's not. But I think people bitch vastly too much about it. That they assume that, they were shitting all over the original vision. And I'm like, man, a lot of these games, the way that From Software makes their games is it's like a rush to the finish. And then there's so much that changes in the last 6 months. And they act as if the final version of the game we got is the only version that should ever exist or that can ever be canonical. And I'm like, No, I just don't think that's real. There's always cut content. There's so much that they wanted to do but didn't get to do, and that I just think that's the wrong way to think about it. I think it's mostly faithful. I think it does change some things, but we have to remember they made. Oh, what would they think of Bright Root Garden? Hell yeah, dog. I know. Look at me changing shit like that. Um, we have to remember they made every asset. They remade every asset from scratch. And so I would say you can bitch all you want, but until you've done that, y'all need to chill. Because it's not as easy as people are making it out to be. That when you look at a texture that was from 2009 and you're supposed to make a 2020 modern 4K texture, I promise you, it's not as easy as, because they're not doing AI upscaling. They're making actual legit textures. And so when everything, all the assets were made at a 2009 level, it is hard to take those to 2020 levels and not have there be a change or what can be seen as an artistic change. That is hard. That is very hard. I do say, yeah, the OST, they did. The OST, they basically like added the original OST is a little bit more like, I don't want to say stripped down, but the remake one, they kind of like puffed it up. And added more orchestral, and so yeah, I get that. They could have left that alone probably. Oh, the other thing I would have preferred is if, because do you guys remember the Halo 1 anniversary release on 360 when they like remade it? I love that they let you switch between the original graphics and then the updated one. Oh, that should be like the standard on every remake. I know that's incredibly hard to do. Like, the engineering that goes behind that is incredibly difficult. So we shouldn't underscore that. But I would have loved if Demon Souls Remake would let you show the original visuals. Like, oh, come on, that would have been awesome. I think it would have made people happier too. Like if they just wanted to go look at the original graphics. And yeah, Diablo 2 Resurrected, absolutely. Yeah, I think that was just a great. That takes a lot of engineering to get that to work, but it was totally worth it. Some of the changes are good. Weapon animations are 1,000 times better. Agreed. Um, yeah. Is this a mod? Yes, VV Shadow. It is a mod. It is my graphics overhaul mod. And so it adds dynamic shadows, removed baked lighting, adds distant meshes that you couldn't see before, renders things out farther, more things reflected in water, color changes, general lighting changes, texture upscaling, other things I don't remember at the moment. Yeah, the games are so old that I'm sure the devs didn't get their complete vision. 100%. Like we don't. The thing is, we don't know what they're like. Like DS2 is the perfect example. We have no goddamn idea what the actual vision of that game really was. Like what we got, I think, is beautiful and flawed, but we have no idea what the real vision, I think, 100% was for that. It was different than what we got. I think we can. I think we can definitively say that at least. Oh yeah, a repair box. I got any pippities? I'm really bad at playing the game right now because there's enough comments that I want to read all of them because I don't want to be rude and I want to read all of them because I love that people are hanging out. That's so cool and so fun. Oh, using multiple at once. God bless. Paralam, hello there. Yeah, if I didn't answer your question, you can totally post it again. That is totally fine. Yeah, I know, Lofty Smoogles. I know. I thought about this before I was streaming because I've streamed before, but I streamed to less people, and so there's going to be more people in this, and I kind of go, dog. I don't. I'm. Yeah, if I'm reading all of them, then I'm just not playing the game. So I get that. Um, I need to basically pop all my souls and get everything off this motherfucker before I kill him, because I want the Uchi Katana. Yeah, if DS2 were given more baked in the time to be baked in the oven, it would have reached a newer height. Yeah, I also wish that like I kind of wish that yeah, if it was like a PS4 release title, it would have been a lot different. Yeah, I'm sure someone at PC Mag would get you in contact with some of these devs you're talking about. I yeah, I would love to. I would love to talk to. anyone that had anything to do with the development, because obviously the game is so incredibly special for me that, yeah. Um, oh, bottomless box. I don't give a shit about that. I want the repair box, but I'll get that from Andre. Never mind. Get that shit out of here. I'm sorry that you're sad and people bully you. I know your dialogue is really sad later, but like, I need your Uchi. Little Yulia? No! No! That's so sad. Oh, and I got his. Oh, I forgot he gives you the resonance key anyway. Also, I got a weird flicker shit going on there. I don't know what that's about. Can you add fog to the merchant's bucket? Oh, I think so. Didn't have good enough direction. Yeah, I mean, DS2, yeah. I do recommend that, like, 3 hour long Doden RV guy that makes the making of videos. The DS2 one was 3 hours long, and it was so fascinating. There's so much I learned that I had no idea about. And yeah, you had like Shibuya. Do you watch the documentary of Ajax? Yeah, oh yeah, good timing. Yeah, no, those are. Where the fuck did that guy come from? Like, where the fuck did Dondon come from? Because I feel like he came out of nowhere, and his videos are amazing. And I'm also, not to say like suspicious, but I do find it weird that like he'll do the DS2 video and then he'll be like, hey, by the way, the Bloodborne one, it's coming out like in a week. And I'm like, wait, how is that possible? Literally, how is that possible? I don't get it. The amount of editing that is involved in this, are you shitting me? The voiceovers, the music, the research for the interviews, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm glad they exist, but like, I'm just from like the creator brain, I don't get it. I genuinely do not understand how you can churn that out. I feel like it's got to be a video that was just never released like 10 years ago and all this research was already done or something. But then you obviously listen to the video, there's recent quotes and like, yeah, I feel like it's got to be a team. There's no way it's one guy. It has to be a lot of people because the quality is too high that that's I think okay, what stats do you need, by the way? I should be able to two-hand it. Oh, fuck yeah. What? Oh god, my strength is that low? Oh fuck, well, okay. We'll go back to the dagger. No, is solo? No fucking way, that's crazy. Koi Pop the 77th, you will not regret that. It is honestly already some of my most favorite YouTube content of all time. And I don't say that lightly. It is genuinely, it's so good. I was so I was so ready to be so critical when I first turned on like the first one. It popped in my feed, and I was like, oh, one of those making of, because there's a video that's like the making of Elden Ring, and it's such dog shit. I mean, I don't want to say dog shit, but it didn't actually have any real info. Like, it didn't have any info I didn't know of. I was like, oh, well, this is just like, these are the public things we already all knew. Did I miss anything? Showcase for new edits? Oh, I love your name, Tom Bombadil. No, I don't think I've really shown off anything super special. Really. Not really, just my normal kind of shit. Yeah, I thought the Dondon ones would just be kind of like fucking, just content filler where they're just, oh, here's a trailer that came out at this time, and no, it was amazing. It blew my mind. The amount of Miyazaki quotes this guy can find that I had no idea about. I've learned so much, and I parcel them out. Like, I don't watch the whole 3 hour thing in one sitting. I go, no, give me 30 minutes. And I also love how they do such a small touch where they use the music from the game that they're making the documentary on. And he has his like default like DS1 music I think he uses, but a lot of it will be music from the actual game itself. And it's such a small touch, but I love that. I need more strength. Okay. Ayo, two-hand, baby. Oh no, I'm mid-rolling. Oh, that's That's no bueno. We're not doing that. Okay, shit. Okay, I'll take off the fucking bitch. Oh, I'm gonna fuck up Taurus Demon so good. God damn it. Okay. Oh, we get to see his face. What does he look like? He's beautiful. He's so beautiful. I'm a sucker for good Souls content creators. Yeah, me too. Like, I always want to find new ones, really. DS2 does have the best level up waifu. I would agree. I think it also has my favorite hub world. And I don't think that's like a controversial pick, obviously. Majula is just genuinely amazing. That is just such a great, like, I think it's the ultimate argument against saying that DS2 has shit art design, which it does in certain areas that are pretty flat and boring looking. But it also has areas like Majula. It's the duality of DS2 in that it is an unbalanced experience. The overarching, oh, okay, I ran out of stamina. Shit. The overarching thing I got when I played DS2 for the first time is at first I didn't like it. I had come from DS1 and DS3 and I was like, dog, this shit feels bad. And I still don't like the combat. I think the combat sucks, but I put up with it because there's so much brilliance in the game and there's so much potential and beautiful things they tried that didn't work out, and there's so much to love there, you know. There's supposed to be a time travel quest. Oh, get out. Candle Maiden? Yay. Honestly, I love all of them, TBH. Wow, time travel background quest. Damn. That's what I love about Souls games, is that I don't think there's many games, I don't think there's any, to be honest, that are talked about with such... No, I mean, there's plenty that are talked about with reverence, but I think Dark Souls, the amount of like new information that we still learn and like little lore tidbits, and I think that has been unparalleled. I haven't seen anything that really like rivals that. And I think that's why I fell in love with the series, among all the other reasons, is that I think the community is just so devoted, and I don't know. Oh, hey, uncool. I am the protect. Okay, okay. Okay, you guys are, y'all are not friendly here. Oh my god, I love the. Let's see if I can kill the Black Knight. Hello to everyone in From Soft Serve. I appreciate your work, man. From Hungary. What's up from Hungary? How's Hungary going? Right? How are the Hungarians? Is that the correct? I don't want to be rude. Is that the correct terminology? Hawkshaw, yes. My brother actually is the one who was like, "Hey, have you seen this guy or person?" I don't mean to know everyone's gender. I tend to do that by default. Like, "What's up, bro? What's up, homie?" And I always mean it like a gender, if that makes sense. Yeah, power stancing's pretty sick. Like, that's obviously the coolest thing. Xbox 360 killed DS2. Yeah, like, Blighttown was fucking awful on 360, and to be fair, like, I'd say both are to blame, like PS3 and 360. 360 had benefits for, like, being easier to develop for because it had a unified memory pool. And yeah, I think dude is pretty unisex by this point. Like, that's how I use it. Like, I ascribe no gender to dude. I legit just use, like, "What's up, my dude?" Yeah, I don't care what gender you are. I don't, anything. Everyone is welcome. And I love everyone. Except for shitty people. But even shitty people, I have love for. Because we don't, that's the thing I always have to remember when I read internet comments. I'm lucky that like 99.99999% of my comments are just wonderful. And I'm so lucky that I have so many nice people that are just like, "I'm just going to say nice things." I'm a Dark Souls polygamist when it comes to waifus. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dog. We're going to bring them all in. We're going to time travel, bring in all the waifus. I say no problem, man. Yeah, exactly. It's right. I'm hate watching. Oh shit! Fucking shit my ass! Shit my ass! I'm not focused. I love you too. Right back at you, dog. Right back at you. So I usually like to parry him, but because I can't one-hand this yet, I'm not good enough to like pull the shield out, then go two-hand. I'm gonna backstab only. Yeah, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, stunned. Stunned. Oh, you bitch ass. Woo! Right up the ass. Getting with the Demon Souls girl would be a little weird with the whack. Yeah, I mean, the whacks would definitely get in the way, I think. I agree with that. I'd put up with it, though, to be honest. Would. Absolutely would. So I like in my head I have that like burned in my brain, so the world might be mended. Like I can't not think of that. It's so good. I wish Demon Souls really is like the furtive pygmy. I feel like it's so easily forgotten. Like if Zen's DES shows up in the stream, like he gets it. Okay, hey, buddy. Okay, now we're risky bisky. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, hey, hey. There you go. I should be able to get a heal off. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing, right? So From Software, as we know, God love them, and we do. Oh my god. Okay, I'll get this thought out in a second. Let me backstab his bitch ass. Oh no, the dirty feet. Yeah, the feet are dirty. Okay, well that sucked. Ah, fucking shit ass bitch taint mother. Dude, your big ass sword's really annoying me right now. Oh, please kill him. Please, for the love of God, kill him. Yes. Oh man, I didn't get a weapon. Well, I was using the Uchi anyway. Keep editing, quit playing. Yeah, I know. I like playing though. I want to play. I want to hang out. I'm just hanging out. Modding would be, now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, damn, modding might be impossible with the chatting. Because like, no, I guess maybe not. Like realistically with the modding, the easy part there is like, I'm not actively playing the game. I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to go look at this file. I'm going to go do this. I'm waiting till I find like a big bug, you know? What's up, Tom Bombadil? Yeah, I know. You're fucking with me. No, so yeah, the cell processor is incredibly interesting. It's something I've watched countless documentaries on the cell processor. Because what I find really interesting is the 360, its PowerPC tri-core with hyperthreading or whatever the fuck they wanted to call SMT or whatever they were calling it. It was actually, Microsoft was in the same collaboration as Sony was with IBM, and they, like a year prior to release, I think, they ended up actually like slicing or just kind of like peeling off. And so a lot of the tech that's in the Xenon processor that's in the 360 actually shares a lot of its DNA with the cell processor. Their makeup is vastly different in terms of SPEs, SPUs, and the PS3 is insanely difficult to program for. It's hence why emulation has been insanely difficult, and it's been a real journey. 360 emulation was difficult, but they solved that a lot quicker. The PS3 also had two separate memory pools, which were 256 and then the other one was 256, making up the 512, where 360 had a unified 512. And don't use lock for backstab. Yeah, that's fair. And the unified pool was obviously vastly easier because you didn't have to keep, moving shit back and forth. And the split memory pool was the biggest problem for a lot of developers. Oh, let me put the Estus flasks back on. I have 7 humanities. I got my goddamn heals. But yeah, the cell architecture is really fucking cool. But it's awful to develop for. Like it's just really bad. The PS4, by comparison, Miyazaki actually talked about it, and that's in one of those making of videos where he was like, "Yeah, the PS4 was so insanely easier to develop for." He was like, "That was the real." We noticed that very quickly. Yeah, I really got to poop, but don't want to get up. Thinking of letting things play out and clean it up later. I mean, I respect the hustle. I gotta say, I respect your dedication to the content. I hope everything goes okay. Don't ever get one guide by someone in chat. You'll be fine to stream whatever. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm one of those overthinkers every once in a while, but I know that like I'm not going to make everyone happy, even if someone was like, "Hey, you should be I watch live stream content all the time, so it is surreal to like do my own stream. Also, am I the only one? Okay, hold on. Am I the only one that I played Dark Souls Remastered for hundreds of hours, and I was always like, wait, why is everyone else why are they able to slide down ladders and I'm not? Is my controller not working? Is it because I'm not using an official Xbox One? And careful what you encourage, sir. Oh, really? Well, I wasn't being serious. You talking about the poop one? Oh, I'm not being serious about the poop one. I'm assuming. I don't know. And no, I was like, you just have to hold down the B button. It's different from all the other games. It's so annoying. Let me put the thumbstick down. Let me put the thumbstick down. Come on. I need to mod that shit in. It's crazy. Anyway, let's fuck up. I didn't find out how to slide down. Yeah, man. I was just like, whenever I finally figured it out, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, you tracked. Like, okay, this is bad. This is actually really bad. This is really bad. Okay, oh, this could be on Pornhub. This could really be on Pornhub. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Thank you for backing up. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Taurus, chill. Fucking chill, dude. Need stamina. Oh, clutch. Well, you still got a piece of me, to be honest, so it's fair. Ah, damn it, I ran into that. It'd be cool if you hopped off, you know, just for the stream, you know. I'm always surprised that like I was afraid of this guy. Oh my god, I love the bleed. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Imagine losing to Taurus. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I think back of like the super big issues I had with them, and it's also really fun. Like some of my favorite Souls content creators, I've just found, like they started with Elden Ring. Like Elden Ring brought in so many players, and it's still really fun to watch them struggle with like DS1 bosses. And you know, I'm not looking down upon them for that. I actually, it makes sense. I struggled with them. And I think it's because of the speed of the game, and you're used to like Elden Ring level, and obviously, oh, also these are like all new trees, although they've been in the mod for weeks, just for anyone who's watching this. And I guess I had someone who was like, can you point out more of the stuff that you've done? And I'm like, damn, yeah, I need to be better about that. But also the Great Hollow hanging out over there. Fun fact, I was loading in the Great Hollow level into Undead Burg because I was just really curious. And when you do that, it actually loads in this entire like sky-based fucking like hole that it's in. It makes no sense. It's really funny. Hope everyone's big chilling. I hope so too. Yeah. The other games actually do have a ladder sprint, but it doesn't cost stamina, and the speed increase is very minimal. Well, yeah. Hey, Solaire, could you like... I think that's not good for your neck, dude. I'm just being real with you. I like the recent revelation that the Sanctuary Guardian is actually the third demon in the Taurus Capra enemy set, the Leo demon. Damn, really? Man, we just keep finding out new shit. Anyone who starts with Elden Ring and DS3 will have trouble. Yeah, exactly. Like going back to DS1 and DS2, you're like, oh my god. Holy goddamn shit. And it's pretty crazy. But once you like adjust your brain to the speed, yeah, I love Solaire. That's why I always say in all my videos the grossly incandescent, because I just think it's so cool. I plan on actually, I've always had ideas for like shirts and merch. I've always had a lot of ideas for those. I just am not a talented artist. So, like, I'm gonna hopefully find cool people that I can commission. And yeah, mostly because I want to wear the stuff. But I also felt like, okay, maybe it's a good idea that, you know, it gives another way for people to support the channel if they want, never needed, but you also get something cool. Well, I know there's not like an actual need to like be a good designer. No, I don't want to use AI generated art. I really don't. See, that's what I was thinking, Mechamander. I figured that if I have like 5,000 subscribers, just statistically, there has to be awesome artists, you know. And I don't want to use AI generated art. I've obviously messed with AI generated art just because I was curious and I like the look of it. But the more that you look into it, the less I think the less um, what's the right word? I don't like that essentially how they're producing the art is they're just barfing out a combination of what human artists have done and how they're training it. And they're also commonly training their art on artists who have not given permission for that. And I think that's I think that sucks. Like the more that I've looked into it, it's very soulless. And I think you're just harvesting all of the human-based art and then you're barfing out combinations of that could be seen as unique art. But what it's really doing is, and that's why there was that case of like one of the really popular artists that were used in prompts all the time, and he was like, "Well, this blows. Like they're using my art, but I'm not getting any money for it. I'm seeing my style of art everywhere." And he did go to OpenAI, you know, like the people that were behind some of the, you know, the prompts and how it the language learning models. And he was like, please take my name out of this. Unfortunately, they ended up finding a way to circumvent it anyway, and so a lot of his shit just gets sent around. Um, I think, yeah, that's my problem with it. I think language learning models, you know, when you set aside AI art, I think AI upscaling is great. I obviously use it for the textures. It because the way it does it is it's not it is generating new detail, but the way that at least the one I use is very good at preserving exactly what the original was. It just looks like it was authored at a higher fidelity. Um, but I do think that like AI art is just very soulless. I think it's good for ideation, right? I think it's good to like you could put in prompts and be like inspiration perhaps, but I do think it's a bit amoral, and that's just my opinion. You know, I don't want to judge anyone else that uses it, but yeah, I don't. I want to pay a human artist uh, to make something, and then I don't even know how that all works, but I'm sure it's up to the artist. But I would totally like, do you, like, because I know some just do like one time, like you pay them a certain amount, but I think I'd prefer to like, do you want to make money on every time one of these sells? Like, I would just give you money every time it sells or something. I don't know that. I mean, I would talk to um, the artist, but bear seek lest. Yeah. 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 Well, yeah. Like if you use AI to teach yourself to paint, yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of ways that you could use it. Um, but I think once you start trying to force it out there and sell it and just, I don't know. I think we're losing the what makes art great is that someone, because even humans are obviously creating art from the, you know, they're just, it's popping out of their brain, right? And their inspiration. And are there latent sort of inspirations from other artists? Well, yeah, of course, yes. Um, but it's not in an overt fashion where the AI art is literally just gobbling up a shit ton of art. And then, oh wait, I don't need dexterity. I need, fuck. I want a one hand Uchi. What do we need? 14. Got it. Got it. You can tell when things are made with love. Yeah, that's the thing I think that, um, also the people that are really into AI generation of, they're like, I'm going to use AI to make an entire video game. And I'm like, no. Or they go, I'm going to make an entire video only with AI. And the funny thing is, every time they've shown that off, like it's supposed to be this groundbreaking, amazing looking thing, I think it's like the most dog shit thing I've ever seen. That's what I'm, that's how I can like tell that I'm like, I don't think you get it. I don't, yeah, and they're the same people that were super into crypto. That's the funny thing. There's crossover there. They're looking for what's the new hot thing that, what's the new meta. And I'm just like, no, crypto sucked too, Yeah. I mean, I can't say all crypto sucks, but I think the way they were using it was stupid. NFTs specifically. Yeah, like if you're having the AI do all the work and then you're just like I think if you designate it very clearly as this has been AI generated, then like for your DS2 texture overhaul, you recommend 2K or 4K. I think on average, I would probably recommend the 2K. It depends on the resolution you're playing the game at. Like if you're playing the game at 1440p, definitely pick the 2K. The 4K is it's not really gonna pay off. You're gonna save a lot of VRAM by using the 2K, and you're not playing at 4K resolution anyway. And I personally love 1440p. I think it's my perfect sweet spot resolution. There's increased clarity, yes, but the rendering load jump from 2K to 4K is ridiculous. And I don't think it actually pays off as much as it could, right? Oh, I had just enough souls, dog. All right, baby. We getting the shield back out. Because I want to parry up. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're going to be beef jerky yoked out. That's the build. And on my way to Andre, I'm going to get some titty shards. Hey, no. Chill. Can you drop a titty shard? No, okay. Maybe not. AI art feels too inauthentic. Yeah, I mean, I think there's been cool examples of like... Once again, I think it's really good for ideation. I think you can come up with inspiration, and if you want to like storyboard something really quickly, I think it's actually really good for that. And I dig that. But I think when you want to use it for finished products, I think that's when it gets really weird. A beef jerky using a katana, can I call you a weeb jerky? Hell yeah, you can, dog. Character is looking pretty grossly incandescent. Like, he's got a little glow going. He's jamming. I think he's got a little wagon. Y'all seen a wagon he's dragging around? I don't know. I don't need your Drake sword. Please and thank you. It's not worth it, so. I just want the bonfire. He went hard on the highlight palette. Fuck yeah, he did. Patches the dehydrated. That's true. Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to drink water. Um, 1440p. Beef says 1440p goat. Yeah, I would agree. I think 1440p is dragging that wagon. Oh, okay. Can we all vote that that's the best chat that's been said yet? That's great. Strong arm dick smash is doing pretty good. Crushing it. Love it. Love to see it. With a name like that, it totally checks. Hey, look at that floating foliage. Look at that. Let me get close to the camera. let me get real close. It's like a fly on the camera. Okay, yeah, okay, got it. Close enough. My chats are better. Oh no, we're gonna have a knife fight. Oh no. It's dynamic. That, yes. It's adding detail. I have not upscaled that foliage texture, but it is moving. They did little work making it move. I think that's nice. Yeah, let me open up the gate here. This is a slow play. I dig it. We're slow playing here. Chance of you ever modding the sunlight in Firelink Shrine? Oh, you mean the sun rays that are there? Yeah, it's weird because it's literally like a mesh with a texture. It's really odd, and it's so static. And yeah, I'd look into that. Is it possible to add more parallax to the material? Yeah, I think it is. With the pipeline that they have for this game, I do think it's possible to add. Okay, well that was rude. That was fucking rude, dude. Hey, don't do that move. We don't like that move. That's not part of my Excel spreadsheet of the downloaded moves. Hey. Bitch ass. Okay. Woo. Hey, don't do that move. We don't like that move. That's a bad move. Hey, get away from the edge. Oh, yeah, you had a follow-up. I fucking knew about that. Those rays are Gwen's jizz got frozen in the middle of the sky. Well, we all know Gwen's jizz. Okay. Strategic retreat. Okay, strategic retreat. We don't talk about that move. We don't. That move fucking sucks. Vati did a whole video on it. It sucks. We don't like it. It's banned. It's banished. But yeah, I should be able to add, because I know DS2 with the lighting engine mod, they've added parallax to a lot of them, because there's a lot of these textures that would, Jesus Christ, auto target, my God, or lock on, Jesus Christ. Please don't be drunk right now. Please don't be like the Lords of the Fallen fucking lock on, which I promise I will not bitch about Lords of the Fallen too much like my other stream, but I might. I might fucking Gwiz. Hell yeah, it is. I mean, he be making the kids, you know. Just remove the move. That's true. I need to just go, you know what, dog? I'm gonna look at your animations because that move fucking sucks. Oh man, well, the drop rates. I'm not getting the drop rates today. That's fine. I got a titty chunk though. That's nice for the future. Okay, what's up, dog? Oh, I timed it badly. Okay. Fun fact: DS1 is the only Dark Souls game, or well, Demon Souls too. I can parry in. I'm really bad at parrying in Dark Souls 2 because it feels so bad. And DS3 never got the parry down, dude. I just can't do it. I get 1 out of every 10 parries. Alluring Skull. See you later, dog. Oh, he closed the gate. Son of a bitch. I should have just ran for the fucking gate. Oh, no. No. Got him. Okay. Oh, God. Is this going to be on Pornhub too? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be on Fuck. Shit. I think that's the first time I've died. I feel like the DS3 parry is the easiest. Yeah, I like how it varies so much between people, like which one they prefer. I just, the timing of the DS3 one, I don't know. I've never got it down. I just, also rolling in that game is so strong that I can't help but roll. It's literally that song, rolling. It's just, that's DS3. Search patches gets pounded by 5 skeletons. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dog. I'll have to look. Oh, I killed him. Okay. I did parry him. Look at that. Okay. Here's the plan. New plan. We got a jack. Oh, the gate's already closed. I forgot. Hey. Damn it. I hate going down here. Oh, I didn't really want to do a full backstab, but okay. It's fine. Yo, I don't have a lot of stamina. Okay. Oh, this is bad. Oh, shit. Shit in my ass. Okay. Ow. You bitch. Okay. Oh my God, they paused. It's so great. They fucking paused. Hey, what's up? How's it going, dog? Don't mind me. Okay. I've never met a shield, actually. Yeah, I don't blame you there. I like that you don't have to, unless it's Sekiro, but that's obvious. Oh, you guys are gonna run across, aren't you? Eat it! Okay. Yes, 1 by 1. Do the narrow doorway technique. Gameplay between DES and DS2 comes down to circling around the enemy. 100%. I like that they finally learned, we're like, okay, we're going to design enemies that you can't do that because you guys are really abusing. Okay, well, you know what? It turns out I don't want that smoke. I don't want it. Oh, dude. Hey, be slower. Okay, maybe I do want that smoke. Turns out I wanted the smoke the whole time. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I didn't want the smoke. So pumped for Gargoyle. Oh, yeah. I think the cutscene still, like, sucks ass, but maybe it looks okay. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, being up on the Gargoyle thing is pretty sick with seeing... Oh, fucking cock it, bitch, tank. YouTube's gonna be like, we gotta demonetize this guy. He's just using too many curse words. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah. I just curse a lot. I think the animations in DS1 are the roughest part. Really? I personally, I actually really like the DS1 animations. I think the DS2 ones look pretty awful, which is really weird considering that DS2, like, they mocapped the animations. And I think they just look weird. I think they just look off to me. The big problem for DS2, for me at least personally, and you know, I would have to say I love the game, I do. And left, right, and center, yeah, demonetizing incoming. So DS2, the problem for me, if I had to like, the reason why it feels floaty is that there's a lot of sluggishness with the combat in terms of like recovering from doing things, but the animations themselves can be at a speed that does not match the speed of the actual like sluggishness. So there's a mismatch. And so I despise DS2 combat. I think it's passable, but I think it feels pretty bad. I think Secret of Fire by Yozora helps a lot. There's less sluggishness between the rolling. There's the way that stamina is handled. I think it's a lot better. The default. My first time getting ads during a live stream. Really? Your first time? Oh, I usually get... Well, to be fair, I now pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't get any ads. But back before I did, no, I got ads during a live stream. I think it depends on who's doing the live stream. But DS2 and Sekiro on opposite sides. I mean, yeah, they couldn't be more different. Like, yeah, there's just no connection there at all. Yeah, the DS2 Falconers, absolutely. Like their function and their speed and you're just like, dude. Especially when you go in the DLC. I can't believe I beat the DLC with the shit ass DS2 combat feel. Like it's real bad. Like you're pushing the limits of what my brain could accept because it's so sluggish. It feels so bad to me. And I know that's obviously an opinion and people can disagree with that, but I love DS2. I do. But its combat was the worst aspect for me. It felt awful. It feels way worse than DS1. DS1 matches perfectly the speed of animations with the speed of the combat that is happening. And so it makes sense to my brain. It's like if something is symmetrical or not symmetrical. DS2 to me, that combat does not feel symmetrical. So, but there are mods that improve that, and it's gotten a lot better. Not to mention with the most recent thing that released, which was an actual legit Dead Zone fix by the half-grown hollow Evan guy who's doing DS2 Absolution. Like, that's one of the strange things of like, why the fuck were you guys doing a dumbass Dead Zone? Why did you do a different Dead Zone than all the other Dark Souls games at the time? Or than DS1 and Demon Souls? Like, why did you do that? I don't understand. Like, why did you make a square goddamn Dead Zone? When everyone else had a radial Dead Zone. And it worked, and it was great. Those are the things that DS2 that you're like, I don't understand it. I don't know that there's a reason for it. So, let's get 3. I have love-hate relationship with DS2 since the actual game itself isn't great to say the least, but it is by far one of the Souls-likes with the best mods. I mean, I personally think that it is great. I think the actual game is great. I think there's a lot of really brilliant things to it. I think there's a lot of areas with a lot of love and craft that went into it. There's other areas that seem kind of empty and weird looking. And I think the lore, I love the lore, you know. Well, I mean, Crispy, I would consider myself not like a full-on DS2 apologist, but I do legitimately think it is a great game. I rank it lower than DS1 or DS3, but we have to remember that I rank DS3 at like a 14 out of 10, and I rank DS1 at like a 15 out of 10. So if you're ranking below those two, you're still fucking killing it. Yeah, exactly. It's a different engine. They were talking a lot about that of like, oh, we want to upgrade our rendering engine. But what was really strange is that their other games didn't run well. So why you would try to upgrade your rendering engine, I don't know. So, but I like the game. Yeah, I think it's yeah. I mean the final product, right? They cut it down a lot. Um, yeah, strong arm dick smash. I agree. I think the hating of DS2 is usually being ill-informed, um, saying it's a bad game. No, I refuse to say it's a bad game. I love it. Originally I didn't like it, and but it has the most build freedom of any of the games. I think the lore is absolutely gorgeous. The more that you dive into it, I think there's so much there that is to love, and yeah, the OST absolutely. There's a lot of the parts of the OST that are just absolutely gorgeous. Like Longing from the credits music. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. And the fact that that game even exists in the current form that we have with how hard the development was is pretty unbelievable. But I think the people shitting on it, I think they were shitting on it because it's easy to shit on it. And it's the popular thing to do among a very small minority of Souls fans. Because what people don't understand is that if you look, now this is not to say game reviews are like objective, because they're not. Game reviews are their opinions, like the professional outlets that are reviewing those games. Those are their opinions. But if you look at the Metacritic score, DS2 has a higher score than DS1 or DS3, I believe. So say what you will. When people said, oh my God, when DS2 came out, everyone hated it. No, that is not true. That's revisionist history. I was not a Souls player, but looking back, you can very clearly see that there were issues, yes, and people were like, that seems like a downgrade a little bit. But actually, it was reviewed incredibly well, and lots of people play it. The vast majority of people like it. It's just the vocal haters of the game that just have to live off this sort of weird hatred. And trust me, I know the flaws. I modded DS2 for hundreds and hundreds of hours. I lived in Drangleic. So I get it, you know. I get the things that I don't like about it. Yeah, I don't like how the Estus takes 7 years to slurp one down. Yeah, I fucking hate that. But on the other side, I goddamn love life gems. I wish life gems were in every Souls game. I love them. I miss them, you know? And, but yeah, I think DS2... Also, you were following up DS1. Like, can you imagine trying to be in their position and follow up fucking Miyazaki with DS1? God, no. That's insane. Would it be possible to change the speed animation? Well, I mean, they already did for DS2, for sure. I mean, you can download the player enhancements mod. There's the Elden Stamina mod. There's countless DS2 mods that, like the player... I recommend the player enhancements mod because it's basically the gameplay changes from Secret of Fire, but into its own mod. So you can kind of play like the base game. And it makes it to where you can slightly walk when chugging your Estus flask. And it's not as slow. And... yeah, like DS2, there's so many mods for it that are just absolutely awesome, you know? But I just will not stand for people just needlessly shitting on DS2 because it, for the lulz, I guess. I'm like, and this is why I don't like to be negative on any game. I can have negative things to say about it, but I don't like just voicing that. I like to sandwich it with things that I like because... the people that work on these games are dedicated, talented people. And I promise you, they didn't make the game in mind with disappointing players or making them hate the game. Like, I guess that's where I think you need to remember the humans that were behind the project. And so anytime you make like a rage post for everyone of like, oh, this, you know, this fucking shit-ass game, bitch, the fucking developers don't care about the games. And I'm like, all right, you know, pop in some things you like about it, okay? Just let's balance it out a bit. So what did you like about Lords of the Fallen? Yeah, So Lords of the Fallen, I like I like that it uses UE5. I think it technically, graphically, on a rendering level, looks quite good. And the draw distance is good. I think their art design was very Berserk coded, more so than even like Miyazaki with Berserk. Like I feel like Lords of the Fallen was like, we're just gonna, you know, it's Berserk on Berserk on Berserk, right? And I don't know. I think that's great. Um, I think they had a lot of ideas. I think in theory the Umbral was a really cool idea. I think the execution, I don't like. I don't like going into Umbral just to kick something down and then have to fucking find my way out of Umbral and then get mobbed by endless enemies that respawn all the time. And I'm like, okay, God, great. And then Umbral all looks the same, which I kind of get, but I guess I would have preferred like each area had a variation on it. I don't know. In theory, like an actual what it ended up being, I didn't like. And beyond that, I think they had some fucking awesome looking armor sets. Like the drip was kick ass. Like I don't think anyone can disagree on that one, or maybe they can. But there's some sick ass fucking armor sets. I also think the Pieta boss fight was fucking sick, dude. That shit was awesome. But the problem with that is that when you set that up as your first real boss, and then, in my opinion, every boss after that was a massive step down mechanically, visually, spectacle. Like just every level, I felt like all of the subsequent bosses were just boring. And I'm like, dude, you started with a banger, man. She looks rad. Her cutscene is sick. Her OST is sick. Her boss arena looks fucking awesome. Her second phase is awesome. Her moveset is awesome. What are you doing? Like, it was cool. It was great. I was so excited. That's why the only video I've made about Lords of the Fallen is my first, like, 2 hours. And it's genuinely, like, pretty split between positive and negative, or a little bit more positive. And I haven't made another video of, like, my overall review, because I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to make a video where I just shit on a game, you know? I don't want to do that, because I know the people behind Lords of the Fallen they seem wonderful, and they seem nice, and they seem really passionate about the Souls-like genre, you know? So I don't think I'm adding anything to the discourse if I just come out and say I really disliked a lot of it, you know? Lies of P DLC? Fuck yeah, dude. Lies of P, I need to make a video with my overall like review of Lies of P, because I kind of gave up on doing the playthrough on the channel. I was like, fuck that. People can watch playthroughs a lot of places, and I don't know, but maybe I'll stream more of like playthroughs of certain things. But Lies of P was amazing. Wait, whoa, hold on. Miles Bebop. I don't think Souls-like games should be full price. Why? I'm a bit curious by that opinion. Why? And yeah, I guess on the face of it, yeah, I don't understand that. I think they're AAA video games. They should be full price. I enjoyed Lords of the Fallen, but I got to the point when I started getting stuck a bit. So I just put it down to let them get through some patches. Yeah, it's gotten a lot of patches. Wait, I pay full price for Souls. Oh, you mean games that are not made by From Software. I think that's not fair to Souls-like developers. I think if you see the Souls-like game and you go, I don't like it, well then yeah, like, then don't buy it or wait for a sale. But saying it should be a cheaper product from the beginning doesn't make a lot of sense, IMO. That doesn't, because it's a full game and they've spent years doing it. Oh, I think he's saying older Souls-likes. Do you mean that? Do you mean like DS3? Yeah, like should it be cheaper? Like, yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty bad about like discounting their older games. I think it's because they go, well, fuck, we don't need to. People are gonna buy them, you know. I think that's like saying if a JRPG isn't made by Square. Yeah, I think that I don't like that opinion. I have to be honest. I don't like if that is what you're saying is that a Souls genre game that's not made by From Software should come out at less than the standard price of a game in that era. Then yeah, I do think that sucks. I don't agree with that. I think it's a full game. It's been made by talented people. It's been made for 3, 4 years, 5 years. It's got a huge budget. It's AAA. Like, and if you're offering an experience that's equivalent in terms of length and content to a From Software game in terms of how much content you can get, like, it should be full price. I don't get that. Like, if you don't like it, then just wait for a sale. But saying they should offer it at cheaper prices, no, I don't agree with that. Tried buying DS3 Deluxe Edition and woof, damn. Yeah, I mean, honestly, buying that, like Sekiro, now that Microsoft owns Activision, Activision owns the publishing rights to Sekiro. They don't own, of course, the IP, but they will be able to put it on Game Pass. Sekiro on Game Pass is going to be fucking banger, dude. I want to replay through that game, so I'm going to wait till that happens. FromSoft games should be cheaper than Ocarina of Time. I mean, I agree that FromSoft is terrible about discounting their games, but that comes down to Bandai Namco and doesn't really come down to FromSoft. I would imagine. Like, the publisher is the one that is going to make those choices. So the hatred there should go towards Bandai Namco. If it was at least patched to run okay. Yeah, it runs like dog shit a lot of the time. Lords of the Fallen in this case. Change and innovation and new ideas is a good thing. Elden Ring wasn't made, and yeah, like Elden Ring, there's no way that Miyazaki would ever tell a game developer that, oh, well, you should only stay in your lane and never like take anything from anyone else. Like, as the guy that literally is the biggest Berserk fan of all time, like, yeah, he's obviously going to say collaboration is great. Learning from other developers is great. Like, saying that only From Software can make Souls games is just an anathema to, I think, From Software themselves. They would never say that. They would never have an opinion like that. So I will argue against that because I think that sucks. I don't think that's healthy for the Souls genre to say that no one else can make them. No, that sucks. I want there to be more that come out, and I don't have to like them as much, but I'm glad they exist. Because if you don't like them, then don't fucking play them. don't fucking play them, but don't say that they shouldn't exist. How much time did you spend working on the mod? Oh, sorry, I don't think I answered your question earlier. I do totally like if I don't answer your question, you could totally post it again. That's fine. Yeah, Miles Bebop. I'm not perfectly saying that you're the one who is saying exactly that. That's other stuff I've heard from other people. I'm extrapolating farther than that. So I apologize if that made it seem like I was specifically targeting that at you. No, I didn't mean it like that. Good evening from Software. Big Ass Pelican. Oh, yeah, I remember that name. You have really cool comments. I love your comments. They're always nice. Very nice. But how much time have I spent working on the mod? Honestly, at this point, let me check real quick. One quick way for me to tell is if I log into the character that I commonly use when I'm modding. Have you read or watched Berserk content? No, so I've watched like the first 2 episodes of Berserk that's like on YouTube you can watch of like the original, and I loved it. I need to watch more. I'm really bad about it, but I hear like reading it, the manga is amazing. Okay, so let me scroll. Okay, so yeah, look at Pussy Slayer 69. It's a stupid name. Don't worry about it. 260 hours. So like, and then obviously I have all these other characters. Some of them I mod on, most I don't, but I've modded on Kira quite a bit. And then I have, well, there's this one we're working on. Also, if other companies make Souls-like, it can help FromSoft see what it does and doesn't work, which could perhaps help them. Yeah, there's no way that FromSoft is mostly like, I feel like in their own bubble. Where glad to see Fartface is alive and well. Yes, he's doing just fine. He's living his best life. Bug Finder, that was a fun one. Yeah, that was for a stream. Oh yeah. Let's go back to this. But no, Miyazaki, like I do think that, like for me personally, I think Lies of P brought some new things to the equation that I personally love. The biggest one that I pray that From Software does do some form of it, and they kind of did, to be fair. Like Elden Ring had a, well, first of all, Lies of P, for those who don't know, when you run out of your Estus flask, you can then work towards regenning one flask by being aggressive and attacking enemies. There's also a later perk that like it regens automatically, but it's really slow, so it's not game breaking. But rewarding you for being aggressive, which, as we know with Bloodborne, Sekiro, hesitation is defeat, and rewarding me for being aggressive with a boss and getting a one flask back, slurping down that flask real quick, and then I can immediately start working on regenning another one, is a game changer. I love it. You know, most of the boss fights in Lies of P, when I have beaten them, and they are tough, like that game is fucking difficult, and I love it. And some say too difficult. I don't agree, but that's fine. We're all different with difficulties. But that mechanic, I beat most of my bosses barely clawing together that boss attempt and thinking I was out of the fight so many different times. But that one mechanic made it to where I never felt like any attempt on any boss, I was never out of it. There was always a chance. If I played fucking amazing and I got those flasks back, like, dude, that shit felt so fucking good. But I think difficulty is a mess for new Souls-like fans. Yeah, I do think if you're coming into Lies of P on its own, you're going to be like, oh my god, because it is brutal. I think the parry timing has been a big problem for a lot of people, and because it's narrow. It's a very narrow parry window. It's definitely way more narrow than Sekiro. Yeah, it really pushes you to keep dealing damage, yes. So that's the thing that... Because there's only one thing that's like a shield in the game. So, like, it's not your standard shield thing. It is more Bloodborne in that style, where you need to basically fucking go ham. Hesitation is defeat. It is very, very much true in that game. And literally the only thing I didn't like was the four boss gang fight. Yeah, that was the second version of the Brotherhood Rabbit, or Rabbit Brotherhood. Yes, that one I don't love. And I just did it a couple nights ago on New Game Plus, and I had to summon for it because I was like, dog, I just ain't good enough, man. Yeah, the extra ending boss was sick as hell, dude. I fucking loved it. I was so happy when there was like another boss. I was like, fuck yes. I had very little trouble with Lies of P. No summons. Yeah, exactly. I think it varies for everyone. There are people who, when you get how Lies of P functions, and you've wired your brain to that, you can just roll through that game. But I think that's the beauty of some of the best FromSoft examples, where Sekiro, when you wire your brain to play Sekiro and you get it on a cellular level, you can roll that goddamn game. And you have conquered it. And I think Bloodborne is very similar in that way, where at first with Bloodborne you're like, whoa, this is different. This is all offense. But once you really get it, it feels so fucking good to start just demolishing shit. So I think Lies of P actually did that really well, where you genuinely felt fucking awesome when you took down bosses. And I also think the bosses were really interesting. And I like the different mechanics, and I mostly like the way they added difficulty. Not 100%. My criticism is the last third of the game, where they got very heavy on status effects. I think I'm the only person who liked Lords of the Fallen more than Lies of P. Really interesting. I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm never going to be the person who says everyone should like Lies of P better than Lords of the Fallen. Well, that'd be really boring if I think everyone agreed with me. So, but yeah, if you didn't get Sekiro, because yeah, there's a decent chunk of Sekiro energy in Lies of P for sure. I have not played Hollow Knight. I have always heard amazing things, and I know people are waiting for Silk Song, and it's been delayed, and it's, I think for me, I struggle. I think tried playing like Blasphemous 1, and my issue is I, I find it difficult to play 2D games anymore. I used to when I was much younger, but I do feel like I sort of aged out of them. And I don't say that in like a derogatory way. It's just been in like my enjoyment. For some reason, I just haven't really been able to play 2D games. I think specifically, oh my god, the frame rate is fucking awful there. What the hell? Ooh, ow. Okay, ow, bitch. Yeah, frame rate is not looking good over there. Whew. Got a bleed proc. Oh, a titty shard, yes. I look, I love that people can play 2D games and get a shit ton of enjoyment out of them. I love that they still exist and they're a big genre on their own. I just personally, I just haven't found much enjoyment from them. But to be fair, do I give them that much of a chance? I don't. It's just the ones that I have played, I don't end up sticking with them. Yeah, exactly. I do think I'm missing out because I've only heard amazing things about Hollow Knight. Wow, I don't know why frame rate is such. I think it's because I'm streaming it. Jesus Christ, I do not get these frame rate problems normally. So I think for me, when it comes to the Souls genre specifically, or Souls-like, the more limited movement with 2D, I think adds a difficulty level, which is obviously good when you're in the Souls-like genre. But I think for me, I like the 3 dimensions of movement. I've wired my brain to that. Yeah, I am using OBS. It is just taxing software, yeah. And I also don't have like a separate stream computer, so I am just streaming and playing at the same time where it's just going to cause issues. So it is what it is. Need anything forged? Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, I have 2. That might be enough. Reinforced weapon. Oh, yes. Baby. Wait, how many do I need? Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pee and then I gotta refill my coffee. All this talking. Oh my god, that's wild. Possible to add ferns and flowers in this mod. Yes. Yes, I do plan on stealing some flowers from the Royal Garden DLC thingy. Yeah, the remastered. Yeah, I love it too. That's up to McThizen, by the way. If y'all want to give a shout out to McThizen in the chat here, they're the ones who made that. By the way, amazing, and they didn't even want credit for it. I was like, dude, I can, and they were just like, no, don't worry about it. They're so humble and so cool, and I was like, you know what? Too bad, dog. Get a lozenge? Yeah, I know, right? I love lozenges. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me see if this actually works. I made a be right back one. I thought it looked cool. So, I'll be right back. Yeah, this is actually the best hold music. I agree with that. I wish all the hold music was just Firelink Shrine, you know. I feel like this is a nice... I made these like 30 minutes before the stream too. I was like, oh, I already... Because this is the... on my most recent video, this is the new ending screen for the last like 30 seconds. Because you have to put those onto your videos. So it shows like, here's a recommended video. Here's the most recent video. And so I already had this video. Yeah, jump scare, right? I'd be like, I'm back, motherfucker. No. Yeah, I thought about using a face cam because I have a camera. I don't really use it other than for, I think I did it for Twitch streaming. But then I thought about it and I'm like, I don't think anyone, turns out like in the modding videos, nobody needed to see my face. And I went, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You can go back and look and be like, hey, that's what he looks like. All right. It's nothing to write home about, you know. Yeah, coffee run succeeded. I got some coffee. I had some peanut butter, a banana. Good shit, you know. Good shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna scare the shit out of people when I come back. Me too, bro. I wouldn't touch grass either. I mean, I think some grass, you know. Maybe. We need to see the coffee sipping live. Oh, yeah. I think I did do that in an earlier video. Yeah, it'd be like seeing a podcaster you've heard for years, right? Yeah, prefer no face cam. Yeah, exactly. I think because the face cam like covers up part of the screen, and it's kind of like, I don't. And I'm not someone that's like, well, I'm not vain. If anything, I'm self-deprecating at all times. So that's my Midwestern sensibility. So I never think that like, I never think that people need to see me. They need to see my nerdy face. They must. And it's like, no, I don't think that's gonna benefit. Yeah, Midwest. What up? Yeah. I'm in the big old I'm near, this isn't doxing or anything. I'm near St. Louis, Missouri. So yeah, face reveal at 6K. Yeah, that's the funny thing is a lot of people, they'll have no idea what I look like, but if they ever wanted to, they just need to scroll back to earlier videos. And then they'll go, oh, that's what he fucking looks like. Okay. So it's a little Easter egg if anyone wants to go back there. I can't see your weirdo head. Yeah, I could be the most beautiful person in the world. Where are you off to? Hey, bro. I'm not leaving you, okay? Don't worry about it. I thought you'd go hollow. I mean, is this not the perfect male specimen? I'm from Springfield, Missouri, going to STL. Hell yeah, dog. I've never been to Springfield, Missouri specifically. I used to live in Illinois, so send a free pizza? Fuck yeah, dog. Hell yeah. My favorite subscriber. I'll take Domino's or Nah, I'll take any, actually. I'll take Papa John's. The one thing I don't like, and this is really unpopular in St. Louis to say, is that Emo's Pizza. I don't know how far they spread around, but I'm pretty sure they're mostly Midwestern. I might be wrong on that. I don't think they're very good. It's a lot of oil on the pizza. It's like there's an ocean of oil. I promise not to Goth Girl Pizza? What the fuck is Goth Girl Pizza? That sounds nice. Oh, we have Indianapolis here. Yeah, we got some Midwesterns up in this bitch. Nice. Let's see if we can get some Michiganers. I used to be in Illinois for most of my life, so. I drink your milkshake. I don't. Maybe? 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 I feel like the grass physics, you're truly changing the game and turning into a real remaster. Now I am really considering buying a laptop just to play. Oh, hell yeah. Well, yeah, so the moving grass, I have to admit, obviously has nothing to do with me. That was added in the remaster, as the grass just would move. So, and then I just copied that grass everywhere else. So I'm copying their homework, essentially. But unfortunately, I don't get credit for that. Anyway, I think I have an Uchi up to a certain... Oh, let's go get the grass crest. Oh my god, the frame rate. The frame rate. It's terrible. It's so bad. Oh, it's a quote from There Will Be Blood. Oh yeah, I hear that movie's really good. Um, I don't know if I'll ever see it. I mean, I'll probably give it a shot, right? I know it won like Oscars and shit. I had Daniel Day-Lewis, right? And the frame rate's back. Yeah, let's get the grass. Oh no. No, let's get the grass crest. The target shield, I was like, wait, I like parrying. But I can parry with the grass crest. That's fine. You bitch. Fucking spriggin' ass. Bitch ass. Whole ocean of oil beneath our feet. Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, I suck with some pop culture references. But I hear that is an amazing movie, and I've actually never heard anything negative about it. So, I respect. Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis is one of those really cool actors who basically just comes out every once in a while and goes, I'm just going to release a banger. We all good with that? Okay, cool. He only comes out for like the most amazing stuff, you know? Really respect that, you know? Okay, I'm hitting him with a fucking butter knife. My God. Ooh, large titties, yes. Or large titty shards, not large titties, but that's later. Just learned there's a Dark Souls board game. Yeah, so that's something I don't know much about. I know that there is one. I thought I remember hearing that it was kind of like, like inaccurate or just kind of like weird or something. I could be wrong, but I remember hearing something about that it wasn't so hot. I'd hope to be wrong though. I'd like to own it. I don't really play board games, but that feels like one of those cool things to own. Honestly, I want to buy like more Dark Souls merch. Like the actually let's just wait, do I have a lot of souls? Oh, I do have enough that I don't want to give them up. No, I want to buy like the Soul Arts book that Vati put out, and then there's the Loki Dark Souls book or whatever. There's some really cool stuff I just want to own. I also want to have like statues or like figures for the game or figurines. Kind of like that 19 inches of Venom thing that went around, which is really funny. I would like 19 inches of Artorias, please and thank you. I think now after all the effects and lighting, also the thought. Yeah, I do think a lot of big part of my mod. I'm just reusing the work that QLock already did, and well, obviously from software originally, but I'm just kind of expanding its usage, where they were limited in a lot of the areas with what they were using and how many meshes they could display at once, and they were just limited by the technical reality. So obviously all of this grass is added in my mod. Been looking at purchasing the old collector's edition. Yeah, Google Solaire hoodie. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I want to have Dark Souls clothing. I want to have Dark Souls fucking tattoos. Ooh, that's a pretty good shot. Normally you're a little bit worse aim than that, but all right. Yeah, the Vati stuff looks really, really high quality. You can add objects from other games. Yeah, I think it's technically possible. Weirdly, from what I've heard from people smarter than me, is that it's easier to take a DS1 remastered item or object and bring it into DS3 than it is to bring a DS3 item and bring it back to DS remastered. I don't know why that is, but apparently, I'm sure actually the person to talk to about that would be Drop Off, who is just a legend of. He's like the first one who dropped shit into Armored Core from Elden Ring, and he drops like literally all the cool shit into other games. He's one of the most knowledgeable, I think, modders. There's so many modders that I think that's been my surprise with the Dark Souls community, is that it's, for me at least, it's the most collaborative modding community that I've ever seen. Like, everyone has different skills and what they're going to do and what they learn and little nuggets of information that they didn't tell anyone yet, but then they tell you, and then you get it, and then you share it with someone else, and it's been kind of crazy. Like, just thinking that, like, in July, I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't know how to mod anything. So, oh, Zoe the Witch. Nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. Or they're awesome. I don't. Because Zoe the Witch just uses text in the videos, right? I'm always curious what people sound like. Not everyone can be Vati Vidya. Um, yeah, Drop Off is one of those weird ones like where they get mentioned and you're like, I don't think they make their own content. I could be wrong about that, but they get like big ass pelican. Good night, good sir, or good person. Good. Just installed. Can't wait to stream this later. Oh shit, that's sick. Um, yeah, if you tag me on like Twitter, in like a post and you're going live, I would love to retweet that so people, anyone that follows me could watch you. That'd be great. I think it'd be cool if people. That sounded kind of surreal. People streaming my mod. like, I'm like, well, all right. That happened back with the DS2 texture pack, where I think it was Ouroboros was streaming it, and I was like, that's weird. Okay, amazing. Every time I'm doing something weird in a Souls game, I always see Sully mentioned. Yeah, always mentioned. There's so many really cool content creators that have sprung up in the FromSoft world. I think Vati is probably my favorite of just, it's one of those rare occurrences where someone finds like what they were destined to do. And I feel like Vati was destined to do what he's doing. Tazter, what's your favorite area that you've overhauled? Oh, I like that question. I think my favorite actually is Firelink Shrine, because I know it was sort of a controversial change. It's like it's less blue and like misty, but I actually think it's really gorgeous, and I think it shows off the shadows really well. I think it matches up better with Undead Burg. Not that it needs to, even though they are right next to each other. Like we don't need to do realism or whatever. But I actually think it looked really beautiful. And I like how the character looks. I like the levels of all the lighting. I'm just really happy with Firelink Shrine. Love your humble attitude. Thank you. Yeah, it's my Midwestern roots. I literally can't not be humble. I'm not allowed to. I can't, my brain won't. My brain won't allow it. And I don't like egotistical people, never forget everyone who helped you. And don't forget that luck plays a part as well. I think that's one of the X factor things of yeah, exactly. You're legally obligated to be this way. It's the same if you're British. You sort of have to be a little self-deprecating and I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. That's where I think the larger, I think how America is seen, not to get political or anything. I just mean in the larger sense of how America is seen from other countries, where I think we're seen as very boisterous and egotistical. And to a certain extent, that's obviously true. So I personally don't really jive with that a whole lot. For it is our curse. Oh, love the callback. Did you think add something like once you unblock Dark Anorlando or unlock Dark Anorlando, make all the world dark? Yes. So I've thought about that because, if we really consider it, yeah, basically every area that's sunny is from the illusion that Gwendolyn is making, right? I think that, so it would make sense if the whole world was dark. That's a different mod idea, a separate one, where I'm that kind of would be cool if you have an actual consequence for doing that in the entire world. Did you add rust to the ball texture at the beginning? No, surprisingly not. It turns out it just looks awesome. Yeah, that one surprised me too. I was like, well, fuck me, that looks nice. Okay. Hey, I can't take credit for that one. You can see the other areas. Yeah, exactly. I think Firelink Shrine and Undead Burg, it's just because I've had to put more work into those areas because of how connected they are to everything else that I am pretty happy I live around some not very humble people and cherish what I can get. Yeah. Um, yes, I agree, Cookie, with because I'm a big fan where I feel like a surrogate, like British person, because uh, I've always really enjoyed their sensibility and their humor and the self-deprecation, and I don't know. So I've always felt a kinship with the Brits, but it is a more sad variety of it. Which me, as a person who has depression, I promise you, I also really jive with that. I love the sort of sad self-deprecation of the Brits, and it's yeah, I really love. I want to go to Britain one day for sure, and I promise I won't be like Madonna, and I won't act like I started getting a British accent. We're not going to do that. Midwest is Canada light. That's true. That's so true. That really is. Your tater tot hot dish. What if Darkroot is the only place that's not under Gwendolyn's illusion? Well, that's true. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I mean, Darkroot does really function in its own. Okay, we're gonna try the real. Oh, fuck it. Dude, your one swipe took half? Bro, are you kidding me right now? Oh my god. This is risky bisky. Oh my god. Fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I still have 10 flasks. Okay. That's a great lore implication considering that's where the ember is hidden. Yeah, that's true. Interesting. Because, part of it, of course, you could say is, oh, well, there's a lot of foliage, so it could be dark, but no. I mean, now that I've been modding between the two and loaded it into the map, there's clearly, it's visible enough that there should be, like Bright Root Garden actually made more sense from that angle. But yeah, that's true. There's definitely a lot more ethereal spookiness going on with Darkroot than just because it's shaded by the foliage, right? So yeah, I think you're on the money there. Um, oh, also, can we talk about it for a second? Where there's always the comparisons between Prepare to Die and Remastered, right? But I think there's one where I think it is a universal upgrade. Is the fog wall. I find Prepare to Die fog walls really ugly and basic and just blah. They're not anything. Like DS2 fog walls, I think suck too. I don't think they're really anything. I think Demon Souls had cooler fog walls. Like I found the DS1 and DS2 fog walls, the standard ones, like really fucking boring. And I think Remastered has some sick ass fog walls. So, hot take maybe, but I think they look really cool. Yeah, this area looks fucking sick, dude. I love the depth of field and oh my god, so cool. Like, you can see the Great Hollow. Now, I don't actually know why the Great Hollow is like darker here. Um, Please fix the fog walls. Wait, what do you mean? I love the fog walls. They're great. I love the remastered fog walls. They're so fucking sick looking. I don't know. I mean, that to me just feels like an upgrade. I think the Prepare to Die ones are ass. I know that's probably not going to be popular, but I think they still look like much anything. Um, these ones, oh my god, look at the fog coming off it, the particle effects. Oh, please keep the fog walls. Oh no, okay. Looks very 2D. Well, I mean, yeah, my point is that this fog wall looks vastly superior to Prepare to Die. IMO. Yeah, the fog walls are handled really bizarrely. And that's why I've actually ended up deleting them by accident because they're like tied to a map piece, but they don't show up in DS Map Studio at all. Like, in Tom Bombadil, I understand what Strong Arm Dick Smash, but God, I fucking love that name. I understand what he's saying, where it would be preferable if, say, it had a little bit more depth to it, where the fog wasn't just at the bottom, maybe it had a little bit more three-dimensional. Like, I get that. Yeah, like, I do understand, like, not making it as flat. I personally don't really know how it's functioning in the game engine because it just doesn't show up in DS Map Studio. It's barely connected to a map piece. it's really strange, and it seems like most of them were used to hide asset loading, as far as I can tell. Because we obviously know there's a lot of fog walls that aren't boss fog walls, that are just sort of like, well, that's another area. And you're kind of like, well, that's dumb. I don't know why that was there, but fucking whatever, man. Okay. Oh, I didn't put on the grass crest shield. Oh, okay, we're doing grassless. We're grassless. Oh, I got a stagger. I'm gonna cut his fucking tail off. Bitch ass. Wow, good start though. Holy shit, we're doing real fucking good though. Oh, shit in my ass. Yeah, back up, dog. Back the fuck up. Oh my god, am I gonna one-shot this bitch? Okay, stay humble. Oh my god, stay humble. Oh, you can breathe more fire. That's fucking fine. Yeah, you're the annoying fire-breathing one that's actually really easy because I can just punish the absolute shit out of you. What's up, dog? How's it going? I'm actually really happy you did that move. Wow, that might be the easiest I've ever done the That's probably the easiest I've ever done the gargoyles. I think they're such a great encounter design because they're kind of a wall for... I remember my first time playing DS1. Jesus Christ, the gargoyles absolutely destroyed me. Yeah, I will say, Vincenzo, I do think the random fog walls play with your expectations. I do have to say, I do like that, actually. That's a good... yeah, I think you guys are right. That's a good point. They do seem like they were hiding loading, but also I think the side benefit was you didn't know what to expect. So it was kind of cool that you were like, oh shit, another boss already? And then you go, oh, okay. So you never knew what to expect. Oh, Jesse's got the real good question here. The $1 million question. Do you think the collision data will ever be modifiable? So that's the thing. It is actually modifiable currently. If you look up on Twitter, there is a guy that is it looks like Truth Seeker mod, but it's spelled like Thruth Seeker mod. It's really weird. And they have already been editing collisions to create new levels, and they're doing stuff that like I don't even pretend to be able to do. So I've been retweeting their post anytime I see it because I'm like, dude, this person needs more like visibility because they're doing some crazy shit. Because apparently you can export the collision as like an OBJ model file, and then you can like bring it into Blender and other things, and you can edit it. But it's super like involving. So I think the real goal that we want is currently Pear is one of the most like accomplished tool creators, which there's so many of them. But Pear basically has created the newest version of Fiverr editor for model editing. I use it currently. It's very helpful. And they also make a program called NavMesh Studio. And oh, texture's missing. Yeah, the cutscenes are all fucked up, unfortunately. That's just like the way that they handle. Thus far, I have not been able to tell the game what is to be rendered during the cutscenes. And so it is only using like a certain portion. And so my changes don't fully like cross over. But the other problem is my changes will actually fuck it up because I took away some of the fake distant meshes that they were using that were facsimiles of said things. And I think the cutscenes were relying on those. And so, yeah, I haven't figured that out. But yeah, NavMesh Studio currently allows you to edit like Elden Ring and I think some of the other games collisions. But currently DSR, yeah, you can also make your own cutscenes. There's literally like the sky is the limit for DS modding. Like in reality, if you apply yourself, yeah, I have a lot to fix. I do. There's a long list of things. I mean, yeah. So FromSoft, that's kind of the nice thing with modding FromSoft games is that you're modding them and you notice a lot of mistakes that FromSoft made in terms of, I think my favorite one that I've discovered so far was in DS3. And you can actually do this now if you ever load up DS3 and go to Yorm's boss room. And don't have my visual overhaul, by the way, because it fixes it. But if you go to Yorm's boss room and you look up, turn your brightness up a little bit too. If you look up and there's those wall sconces that are on the pillars in Yorm's boss room, it is actually, they're rotated the 100% wrong way and they're floating. It's hilarious. I love it. It was my favorite thing finding in DS3 when I was modding it. And the king of DS3 modding, I think it's Abyssine or however you pronounce it. They whenever I started modding DS3, they were like, "Oh, just you wait. You haven't seen shit yet. This game's got a lot of goofy shit." The painter girl in DS3 is the Ariamis. She sports the braid the painting guardians have on their cowls. Damn, Errant Vice be bringing the lore. I love it. Okay, let me, so we got Grass Crest. We're still fast rolling. And there's our bitch ass guy that we fucking hate. Let's go. Yeah, later, nerd. Suck on that, dude. He's killed my Firekeeper, I think, a couple times in my 20 plus playthroughs. There's also the Lothric foot sticking through a floor in the Twin Prince. Oh, I love it. That's great. I spent a good amount of time looking at the 3D map viewer, and I noticed that a shortcut could have easily been inserted between Pinwheel and the first catacombs. Yes. Yes. There's a lot. DS1 has a lot of like unused ideas or things that they would have there's also a ton of bonfires that I noticed when I'm flying through the levels where I'm like, fucking, there's no bonfire there in the game, and they just didn't end up putting them there. Where there are gaps in the map, and yeah, I also noticed that Hollow Knight map does not line up perfect. Oh, really? Nice. The Sunlight Oath depicts 3 swords crossing. These are representative of the oath between Nameless King Ornstein and Havel. The real Havel, not Havel, or Havel. Why don't you take some inspiration when modding / Oh, from the original artwork. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that, Dark Lord. Love your name, by the way. That's a very good name. Yeah, no, I do actually want to look at more of the original artwork because it's pretty. I want to have like all the books of like the artwork and all that cool shit. Has anyone made any custom armor mods? I'm pretty sure they have. I think you just have to kind of replace like a current set. That seems to be mostly how it functions. Instead of like creating your own one, you kind of it's a lot easier to just replace a current one and all the IDs that it has. I like the Pinwheel run back being punishing before Lord Vessel because Rite of Kindling reward trade-off. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like, oh god, yeah, the run back till you get that fucking bonfire in the Tomb of the Giants. Woof. Were any changes made to that area below Blighttown? Oh, do you mean the Great Hollow thingamajiggy? Through the hidden wall, or Ash Lake? I've done a little bit. I think I stripped out the baked lighting, so now you'll get like dynamic shadows on all those different limbs. So I haven't been back in a while, but yeah. Yeah, the first blind playthrough, Tomb of the Giants was a low point for me. I will say, this isn't like a controversial statement, I don't think, but the second half of DS1, I don't enjoy nearly as much as the first half, so. Lothric of Karim is actually the good guy. He wants to prevent the fire linking by killing the Firelink Firekeeper. His actions are vindicated by later titles. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, when you think of the grand scale of, like, linking the fire and just keeping this whole charade going on. True. The 50 alter ecos of Velka, yeah. Okay, let me reinforce. Reinforced 1. Usually I try to like upgrade my flash before I do the gargoyles because I usually suck ass at it. So this is a pleasant surprise. It's supposed to be overwhelming. I mean, it is. It really is. Yeah, so the second half, I mean, obviously we know Izalith is very compromised versus their original vision for it, right? Obviously, I recommend checking out King Boar Haha. That is one of the DS Map Studio developers, and they're doing a ton of work on Izalith. Currently, they're showing videos of Bed of Chaos being an actual boss now, and having a whole boss move set, and not being stationary, and fucking awesome. They're doing so many cool like scripting things that I have zero idea about it, and I love it. Oh, I need to level up. What the fuck am I doing? Do I get Havel's ring? Do I get Havel's? Oh wait, I didn't loot. What's his face? Shit. Patch is selling 2 Shotels and a parrying dagger, and the ring and set being available after killing the Pontiff Beast, and Irithil implies Patch has kicked him down there, and he was eaten. Oh, nice. That's cool. And I believe wasn't the original plan is to have Pontiff be the final boss, right? I could be wrong on that, but very excited for that DS3 making of video by Dondon. It's supposed to come out next week, I think. Very interested in that. Because I know apparently, yeah, when Miyazaki took over as CEO, he kind of like made that decision of like, all right, DS3 is going to be our last Dark Souls. We're ending it there. Shame from don't want to make a DS remake. We can wish. Well, so that's kind of the thing. Is that I think a lot of people apply the remastered to From Software or any of the re-releases, and most all of it was not done by them. I think Prepare to Die was, and maybe that's why it was so like shitty in terms of its original port. It was really bad. But as far as we know, I don't think they had much to do with remastered. That was Q-Lock, and Bandai is obviously the one that ordered them to do that, or contracted them. And then obviously we know Demon Souls remake had nothing to do with From Software, even less so. And FromSoft has never really had much interest in going back to their old projects, They just don't really have much interest. And I think that's fine. They just really don't. I mean, Miyazaki specifically, I think, just doesn't really want to, like, revisit older stuff, And I do hope that there's a DS1 remake at some point. I think that'd be fine. Because the original one, as long as they keep the original one, like, remastered at least at this point, keep that available to purchase. Because I think it'll be massively shitty if they delist that like they delisted Prepare to Die Edition. That shit was awful. I wasn't a DS fan at that point, but that fucking sucked. Yeah. Yeah, Prepare to Die Edition was pretty fucking terrible. The modders had to fix that one, so... And it's still pretty amazing what they pulled off, but yeah, like, that's where I don't really want FromSoft to remaster their stuff, because I don't think they would do a good job at it. Honestly, I think that's best left to... now, unfortunately, the two studios that I think would be the best people to do that are unfortunately owned by Sony at this point. Number one is Bluepoint. I do think they're uniquely good at adapting the From Software code and maps. Say what you will about the Demon Souls remake. Functionally, and the way that the remake process works, it's world class. So, and then the other one is Nixxes. Nixxes is an amazing porting house, and they also do other stuff, but they do PC ports that have been genuinely lauded, and they're amazing. But both of those studios are now owned by Sony, which is actually a good thing on the flip side, where when we do eventually get Bloodborne remastered or remade, which I promise you it will happen, we just don't know when. I personally think it's going to be the 10th anniversary. I think it's going to be around there. The most base part was making the penetrator sword red instead of blue. Fuck yeah. I think it was a technical masterpiece, that remake, but Luckily for Bloodborne, like, they have Nixus, who could easily do PC ports and an amazing remaster. You have Bluepoint, who already is familiar with their engine, how it functions, how to adapt the source code, and I think they would do a pretty amazing Bloodborne remake. I know it's dangerous because I think Bloodborne is more beloved than maybe any of them. I don't blame the remaster for changing the bonfire effect. They changed it in DS2 and DS3, so not sure if that's the original effect. Yeah, I mean, that is one that I'm a little bit more... I've been a little bit more surprised by the amount of requests I've had of, like, putting back the original bonfire effect. I guess I personally thought the Prepare to Die one, I think it looked cool and more ethereal. I agree with that. But I actually, when I played the Prepare to Die edition, I actually forget that I've lit the bonfire because it doesn't look very lit to me. I think if you could merge the two of them, there's a guy who's remaking Bloodborne. Yeah, that's one where, like, they're going to shut that guy down. Like, yeah, if you can do tech demos. Yeah, I've seen the guy who did the DS3 and UE5. Yeah, the problem is you can't finish that project. You can do vertical slices, but you can't. They will shut you down. And I'm also personally okay that they would shut him down at that point because, like, those are not your assets. Those are not. And he's not charging for anything, but if he ever decided to, like, oh, hey, by the way, I remade it and I'm going to charge this amount of money, and no. So I think it needs to be done by the IP owner, and that is Sony. And they have the studios that could easily do it. So Dominic, hi, congratulations on 5K. Thank you so much. It's baffling to me that there's this many people that were like, I'm gonna watch this guy ranting. Salo, I'm here. Hello, everybody. How you doing? How you doing, Salo? Salo? I'm bad at pronouncing things. When I will have some time, I want to port Undead Asylum into Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I do know there was a guy who made it from scratch in Unreal Engine 5, just as like a tech demo. I can't remember who did it, but there was a guy. He ended up doing a whole interview with some magazine or something. And he was like, oh, yeah, I ended up taking this and this reference, and he modeled it and used, like, certain assets. And it's pretty amazing. It did give a view of, like, what a DS1 remake would look like. I personally think a DS1 remake is perfectly acceptable. I don't agree with but it would ruin the original. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Like, if you don't like the remake, then just, don't play the remake. I think the only time it's trouble is when they delist the old one where you can't play it. That's Nintendo shit, and that's what I wouldn't agree with. Do you think Sony will ever buy From Software? How bad do you think this would be? Well, so the good thing there is that I don't see that happening. Part of it is that Sony already owns, like, I want to say it's like 15-20% of From Software. They bought, like, shares, but they bought, like, the shares after Elden Ring came out. I was like, damn, those shares got to be expensive. And From Software is owned by Katakawa. And let me tell you, Katakawa would be the most criminally stupid company in the world to ever give away From Software. So it's not even up to From Software. It's up to Katakawa. And they're a giant media conglomerate, so I don't see that happening. Because From Software has literally never been more popular, never been more commercially successful than they are right now. So I don't see that happening, which is good. I personally would not want them to be. Wait, I'm going to go back to Firelink. What the fuck am I doing? I would not want them to be bought out. I don't want them to be bought out by Xbox. I don't want them to be bought out by Sony. I think they like being cross-platform. I think that's why they did that with Dark Souls 1. They were like, you know what, we're going to put them on the other platforms. I will say that, like, we should credit Sony for, Demon Souls and Bloodborne, because that was obviously a partnership with Japan Studio. I fucking hate that Jim Ryan essentially shut down Japan Studio, like, in fucking 2019 or 2020. Fucking hate it. That studio helped create some of the two best games of all time. So, Less companies should own less things. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Microsoft owning Activision, personally, I'm pretty okay with it because I don't really play any Activision games anyway, and on the whole of it, they're still smaller than Sony in terms of gaming revenue, even after that, like the Xbox division. And I don't care about Call of Duty, and most of their IPs I don't really care about. And even if they did take Call of Duty exclusive, which they won't because there's no financial benefit to doing that, they're not going to lose out on fucking PlayStation money. So, Capcom is killing it with their RE remakes. The RE engine fucking rips, dude. That engine's fucking awesome. Can I ask you the possibility to use Daylight version of Darkroot Garden? Actually, I'm glad you asked this because, yes, I was thinking about that recently. I think what I will do is basically have a separate version that I'll put on the listing for my mod where it'll just be the Darkroot MSB file and it'll give you Bright Root Garden. So for those who like Bright Root Garden, you can have Bright Root Garden. For those who don't want it, the default version will have your standard Darkroot Garden. Because I think Bright Root was pretty fucking cool. And I think there's going to be people who would want it and some that don't. So that is one where I can give a version because it's actually easy enough to do that. I own both of Bloodborne Collector's Edition books. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, Bloodborne's so fucking sick. God, I love Bloodborne. I went from Soft Serve Garden. I guess my real From Soft Serve Garden would be Bright Root Garden, if I'm honest. I think I overall prefer it, but I get Darkroot being Darkroot, you know? 5K is a lot of subs, but you deserve so much more. Keep the awesome work. Right pronounced Saulo is the Portuguese version of Saul. Really? From the Bible? Oh, that's sick. Dude, okay, the Canehurst Knight set is one of the sickest armor sets of all time. 100%. Totally agree. Yeah, don't even get me started on Bloodborne. It's probably impossible, but is it possible to add a day-night cycle to DSR? So I think at the base level, without doing any other like shenanigans, yeah, I think it would be impossible. But it is not impossible if DS1 gets a similar lighting engine mod, similar to DS2 lighting engine. Well, identical. And if it got the lighting engine mod, a similar style like that, then they could, for sure. I think only DS2 needs a remake. Okay, so that's a good question. That's a good sort of like bringing up that topic because I think that DS2 is an impossible game to remake because that game is so much the result of the struggle that the development was. And there's two competing visions in that game. There was Shibuya, the first director, and then there's Tanamura, the second director, the final director, who ended up, I think, gets credit for most of it. And Shibuya seemed to have the bad ideas, if I'm honest. And so whoever's doing the remake, do you go with that? Not to mention, they ended up having a much grander idea for DS2, but it was not ever like super finalized, I don't think. Like that's why that game seems like they sewed together the areas just in this linear fashion where there's not as much coherency between the different areas. And that's because that's quite literally what they did. They were running out of time, and Tanamura, like in interviews, was like, yeah, well, we weren't going to remake all the assets. We had so much work that we already had done, so we needed to basically alter the game but use our current assets that we've already made. So I don't know that there is a version of DS2 that is like the original vision, because what is that original vision? Yeah, no, exactly. I'm actually fine that it's incoherent. I'm totally cool with that. I just think that like, wait, someone should give Capcom permission to remake DS1. Yeah, I mean, I will say they've done, an absolutely amazing job with their remakes. Except for 3. I know 3, I'm not really like a Resident Evil fan. I don't really play them. but I do respect them, and I like watching people play them. But yeah, the remake of 3 cut out a lot of the game. But on the flip side, I've heard people defend that and go, yeah, but they cut out like the shit that was laborious and boring. So like, you know, say what you will, but like they cut out a lot of the fillers. So yeah, it was a shorter game, but they cut out the shit I fucking hated anyway. But I don't know. I still think that DS1 you could because DS1 has enough of a very solidified vision. 3 was mid? No. You take that back. I get that 3... There's some people that don't like 3 because they think it's like too fan service heavy. I guess I don't see it that way because I'm like, I am the fan and I am being serviced. So for me, I'm kind of like, I like that. I like that it connected the lore. And I love in the DLC how much they went with the DS2 lore. You know, not as many as the connections to 1, but they... username, congrats on the 5K, thank you. DS3 did have the best bosses. Like, come on. Those boss fights are fucking sick, and they hold up today, 100%. I like Secret of Fire, I like how Heidi's Tower is right there. Dude, yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. I need to actually play through more of the Secret of Fire too. I haven't really gotten into it much. Oh, you mean RE3. Got it. I think the same of DS3. Damn it! You had me in the beginning. But yeah, exactly. Like I think at the beginning you go, "Oh my God, there's so many connections to DS1 and DS3," and there are. It's definitely the more like closer sibling. But when you get into the Ringed City, they go hard on the DS2 lore. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, I guess that's the thing for me with DS3, where I'm like, dog, that there's so much of that is metal as hell. It's so cool. So, what do you think about Archthrones? I think Archthrones is very cool, and I'm very fuck. I didn't mean to bring that back up. Archthrones looks fucking sick. I think any mod that is that big, I think you get into feature creep, where that's why there's been delays, and you're obviously, I think they are paying the majority of people working on it, which is cool. But I'm sure they can't pay them like, you know, a salary and benefits, right? So it can be hard corralling everyone, and who knows what it was like behind the scenes, but everything I've seen looks fucking awesome, you know? So you better goddamn believe that I will stream the shit out of that demo when it comes out. Very excited for it, very keen on that. Because I love the DS2 love it's getting, you know? Yeah, that transition's wild. So personally for me, Gale is my favorite boss of all time. I love everything about that boss fight. I love the phases. I love the arena. I love the lore implications behind it. The OST is the sickest shit of all time. I love the moveset. I just love everything about it. I think that's, for me, that's peak Dark Souls, is the Gale boss fight. I don't know if I've ever quite hit that high again, honestly. So, thoughts on DS Nightfall? Yeah, so I played through the demo that was released a long time ago. I think it is a Herculean effort, and they've even talked about it of like, oh my God, it's so much fucking work. And also the person behind it is someone I've learned from a lot. So I respect it. I personally didn't really like the gameplay change of like the two-handing versus one-handing, or you couldn't heal. I think when you were, there were certain things where I was like, dude, I ain't feeling that. But it's nothing against like the mod creators themselves. I think it's an amazing achievement of like new boss design and the animations. Like, dude, that having modded DS1 now for the amount of hours I have, the appreciation for that is like next level. I think that shit's crazy. Textures of the wall look so flat. Yeah, there's quite a few that are gonna look flat as fuck. Congrats, Snazzy. Oh, Gazoo, what up? Thank you for the love and support. Second phase is kind of bad. Get out. Wait, oh no, did I get toxic? Oh, fuck my ass. Are you kidding? God damn it. Y'all are the worst. Shit. Okay, I can make it to the bonfire. I can make it to the bonfire. I have not played Outer... Well, okay. I tried playing Outer Wilds. I know this is where I get banished and canceled. I thought it was insanely fucking cool. However, I I just bounced off of it. It's a very free form style game, and I think it's brilliant. But I also don't like puzzle games. And like I understand that game, one of the big parts of that game is like figuring out sort of what the fuck's going on, and I think that's really cool. It's not my bag. But I did like the Outer Worlds, which has nothing to do with it. But it sounds the same. Now that From Software made an open world game, the next step should be MMO. Oh, I mean, as an MMO player back in the day with like World of Warcraft and EverQuest before that, and I've tried all the MMOs through the years, I personally would definitely not want From Software to make an MMO. I'm okay that someone else would make it. I would much prefer. Here's what I want. I want From Software. I'm glad they made an open world game. I love Elden Ring. I still think it's probably the most impressive game I've ever seen, and my first time through it was truly special. I don't have the same need to replay it as I do with the other Souls games, because I think of the structure where DS3, 2, and 1 are wide linear, I like to call them. And I find them vastly more replayable. And I hope that their next game is back to that kind of formula, because that formula gave us Bloodborne, and it gave us DS1 and Demon Souls, and just the absolute heights of gaming history. And so I hope they don't. I don't want them to be primarily an open world developer. That actually would sadden me a little bit. I'd still play the shit out of them, but I don't know. I think their tighter experiences are, I don't know. Yeah, it's just MMO Souls game doesn't. I just let someone else make it. Don't let them make it. I know he did say that about Escape from Tarkov, and I'm like, do your multiplayer style things of like invasions and like, helping other people out and leaving messages. I think that part is fine, but like I don't want the actual. I don't ever want to see another player running out in the world. Is that just me? I really don't want to see that. Like MMOs, you lose so much by an IP going to an MMO. And I say this as an MMO lover back in the day. I lost years of my life to MMOs, and I loved them. And I think it worked for Warcraft because I didn't have any big giant love for the RTS genre. Not to mention the RTS genre is almost gone at this point, so like it makes sense. But I think for Elder Scrolls, for instance, I was very excited when they announced the MMO. I was like, oh my god, I would fucking love, an MMO where I could play it and it continuously is updated. But when I first played the MMO, I felt nothing. It lost some of the luster, and the combat was not as good because it had to be like the net code was much more everyone's online. Everyone had to know what was going on, and you couldn't steal as many things, and the freedom was removed. And the other problem is that in the beginning mission of Elder Scrolls Online, you talk to this NPC, and I remember there was like 50 people lined up to talk to the same NPC on launch day. And every time you would step up to him, and the guy in front of you, the NPC would go, "You are the chosen one." And then he would get done with his dialogue, and then you would walk up like it was a goddamn Wendy's, and then he would say, "You are the chosen one." And to me, that ruined any immersion I had So personally, I hope they don't do a Souls MMO, or maybe they do it in a way that just like they explain with gameplay mechanics why you come back after every death, like they explain that in lore, or they explain a variety of other things. Like, so maybe they can explain it, but I didn't like it. When I worked at a grocery store in Westminster, Maryland, I actually met a ZeniMax Online developer named Steve. He spoke a lot of what you're saying about how the MMO style kills the story. That is weird. That is surreal. And yeah, like I don't blame any of the people at ZeniMax Online. I think they make a really good product. I think they do, and I think it was just my expectations, where I just was like, dude, I think you've hurt a decent chunk of the experience that for me was important, and I don't claim to think that it was important for everyone as much, right? So I felt like with Elder Scrolls Online, I kind of just lost some of the luster of what an Elder Scrolls game was. And to be fair, I can't play the Elder Scrolls games, even the normal ones now. Dark Souls has ruined me for that. Have you used the RPCS3 Demon Souls private server thing? No, I need to do that. That is a great reminder. I absolutely want to play Demon Souls online because I've never been able to play it online. First time playing Demon Souls was like in 2021, you know? It's probably one of the best I've experienced, and they do try to explain it a bit, but I just sort of think of the MSQ as a separate single-player Final Fantasy game. Oh, main story quest. Yeah. Which is true. I don't know. Like, I even tried with SWTOR, you know, the Old Republic MMO. I was really excited about that, too. And then, once again, I was like, damn, man, it just doesn't... Seeing other players ruin the story, you know, for me, where I'm being told I'm the chosen one. I'm being told I'm the one affecting all of this. And then it's just like a goddamn Wendy's. And I'm just seeing all these other people do it. And like if there was a toggle to turn off the other players where I just can't see them, that would help. But I would also understand the world design is built around there being a lot of people. Also, I think Final Fantasy XIV is really cool. I tried playing it once, and boy, I bounced the hell off that game. I've never been a Final Fantasy person, to be honest. I respect it. I think it's cool. But I gotta say, dude, that story, that's a lot. I've asked people that are big fans of it, like, hey, what's the story? And they go, yeah, and it's just like and I've watched people play it, and I'm like, dude, I don't get it. I don't understand what the fuck's going on here. But I do know it has a really awesome community, the nicest MMO community. I think it wins MMO of the year all the time. And my brother plays it, his wife plays it. Yeah, well, I think it's just a lot to explain. Like, there's now a ton of that story to where it's like, Give me a paragraph. What's that? Is it about crystals? What are we working with? What are we? Oh, I asked this question on Nexus, but it's down right now. Oh yeah. Nexus gets like that. Does your mod have any conflicts with the shader overhaul mod? Yes, unfortunately it does. I have DM'd the maker of that mod because I'm very interested in it. Someone is finally reverse engineering DS1 shaders aside from the DS2 lighting engine, dude, I talk to all the time. And it's really interesting because he found the shaders, like the original like debug version of them, to where you could like more easily reverse engineer them. They were actually found in the game files themselves in a BHD. QLock just left them in. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. That's so fucking cool. But yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't really work with my mod that well. And I've DM'd them about it because the main issue seems to be that it doesn't like the way that I've stripped out baked lighting. Like, it fucking hates it. So I've asked him, like, hey dude, I like parts of your mod I think are really cool. Like the materials rendering is fucking awesome, dude. But your mod looks my version of the game look really flat and dark. And I don't know why that is. So, is there some way that we can work on this so I can put your mod as a recommended mod for mine or a required, because I do think it's doing things, because there's also like, oh, now you can have reflections on specular, and I think there's shadows, because right now in my mod I have an issue where the shadows basically override the illumination from anything. And I think by him modifying the shaders, he can undo that. But unfortunately, it comes with too many other side effects that it really makes the game look like ass, in my opinion. So I have DM'd them, and I hope that I can. I can hear back. And yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't take it as shade against MMOs. I am a previous MMO lover. Oh wow, this boss room is dark. I don't think I've ever done this boss room after I did my Blighttown changes, so this is actually really cool. Yeah, this is dark as fuck. I like it. Damn, y'all already doing that move? What the hell? I've never seen you do it that early. Jesus Christ. I gotta wait I mean, at least buy me dinner first. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Oh, you got me stuck in your fucking legs. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Actually, this looks kind of sick with how dark it is. Hey, can you barf lava out? Because I want to see what that looks like. Oh shit. Okay. Normally I don't get hit by that, but okay. Dude, you are spamming that goddamn move, okay? Let's be real. Let's be real here, okay? Wow, I do such absolute dog shit damage. Oh, you are barfing. Ooh, yeah, that lava looks sick with the darkness. Okay. I'm cracked! I'm cracked up in this mother... Okay. Okay. That is annoying. I'm going to read chat after I rinse this very kind, chesty lady. Hey. Don't have me be caught all up in your legs, all up in your business here. I don't need it. I don't want it. Hey, get a bleed pro... Okay, well I don't remember you doing like adjacent barf. That seems new. Oh no, shit my ass, dog. No, I was stuck in a corner. Okay. Could you go to the Painted World for a quick sneak peek? Yeah, that's true. I have been working on the Painted World. I don't think it's anything particularly special at the moment. It's fine. I don't know. I added dynamic shadows, but it's also kind of like fucking up in different parts. And I added water to the Painted World area. I didn't really tell anyone, but this room would look cool if it took cues from Smoldering Lake and it was dark with some slime embers. Oh yeah, that would look cool. Reminded me of Barf Drinker and Germa. Bro, what if Dark Souls had guns like GTA? I would imagine there is a mod out there. By the way, speaking of, Smoldering Lake is not on the same side as Lost Izalith. It's like a colony of it. The original Izalith sank into the old chaos under Liam Lois. Yeah, right. And that's sort of the like the catacombs that you're in DS3, right? Before you get to Smoldering Lake, but Smoldering Lake is on its other stuff. And then isn't the Meteor fight, doesn't it take place in the same area that you see the furtive pygmy in the DS1 cutscene, or at least it's supposed to seem like the same? It has a similar style. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, Liam Lois is goated. Fucking difficult as hell, though. There is a Halo 1 mod. Yeah, I figured, yeah. Barf Drinker. With the game being generally darker, do torches actually have any use now? Yeah, I mean, I do think they have some benefit, yeah. What do you think of the AAWSE? What is that acronym? My brain is... I'm coming up with a blank. AAWSE. What about a mod where everything is so dark to the level of Tomb of the Giants and your point lights and Skull Lantern are your only light source? Yeah, that'd be wild. That'd be an idea. Yeah, it really is. I don't know if that was just a cheeky reference to them, or it is the same cave. Because I had heard from some people that it is meant to be like, but then again, with the furtive pygmy, that connects more so to Manus, right? But then again, that whole pygmy thing with the ringed city is where the pygmies and humanity were sort of walled off. So that would make sense, right? Have you changed the depths at all? Yeah, I have modified the water and the way that it looks a little bit. And I think I was trying to add some fog there. I lit more torches because there were a lot of torches that were just unlit, which maybe they were unlit by design, but there were actually quite a few that had an SFX on them, or they had something attached to them, but then they basically forgot to add the other portion of it that would enable it. So kind of weird. I need to go right now. Thanks everybody, and congrats once again on 5K subs. Everyone who can, please buy this guy a beer/coffee. He deserved it. Thank you so much. Also, I love, your name is so cool, and I love that I know the background to it. Biblical for the win. My name is Steve, but I don't have the biblical spelling of Stephen with a PH, but I'm alright with it. Like if the whole world could look like New Londo in your mod, but a bit darker. Yeah, there definitely are a lot of different like variations. I think once I finish this mod more so, or get to a very comfortable point with it, I could then start making variations with like cool ideas like that, where, hey, everything is fucking dark after you kill Gwendolyn, or I think you can get real weird with it, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. I can kill this bitch ass. I can kill this lady. I only have a +1 flask, but like, I got this shit. I hate the poison. I don't have any moss clumps, so that sucks, but I got like 10 humanity though. So the Lord's souls were all found at the same site in Lordran. Fussfackle, hi, what is happening? Welcome in. We've been streaming for an undetermined amount of time. I have not been tracking it. Okay, well, you know, it's dark enough that I couldn't see your ass, okay? With your fucking boulder you're grabbing out of the ground. Okay, they're gonna kill me, aren't they? Oh, no. Okay. Oh my god. I'm also stamina deprived like a mother... I barely leveled my... I'm also pretty underleveled for this, and I don't think my weapon is nearly upgraded as much as I normally have it by this point, so... will you do a Twitch stream soon again? I might end up just doing a restream thing, I guess, where I could just stream on both now that that's perfectly acceptable. Part of it is that I have like, I think I have like 90 followers on Twitch, and then I have like 5,000 plus on here. So for me, it's kind of like, it would be weird not to stream on YouTube, I guess. Like, I think I like Twitch's atmosphere and the way that it functions there quite a bit, you know? But I also think like, maybe I should just double down on this? I don't know. I also haven't really quite figured out, oh, fuck me. I actually haven't really figured out where I want to go with the channel in terms of like, do I just keep doing the videos I'm doing, which I really enjoy, you know, like that's cool shit, right? But I have to say that streaming is a lot of fun, and I like chatting with you guys. I think if anything, it's more down to you guys. Like if you feel like the streaming is cool and something that you would like to tune into, like I could do streams where I mod and not just play the game, right? Like if that's something that people would watch, because mostly it's just me modding, you know, by myself and like posting on Twitter and shit, but like I don't see any reason why I couldn't stream that. Like that seems logical. I'm already doing it. It just would be people looking at me while I'm doing it, I guess. I don't know. Oh, fuck, I ran into fucking lava like an idiot. Oh my god. So I think it really just depends on what... Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. I need a bleed proc up in this bitch. Do you bleed? That's a very obscure reference. Yeah, lo-fi and chill mod streams. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like they're always going to be chill. I like chat. Okay, well, you know, I looked away. I honestly would like the videos to feel more like larger pieces of the puzzle and keep doing the streams. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? That I could do both, I guess. Like, I guess for me, yeah, you modding is honestly what I was expecting to come and watch. Yeah, I do think that was probably the expectation. I mean, I said it in some of them where, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that might be. Um, I have DS Map Studio open almost all the time. I was actually trying to add. Um, so I'll show you something real quick. So you copy this little bucket, and I was trying to. I created a new object, which was this, which is a torch holder, which I sliced off of the wall here, because this map piece actually encompasses this entire building. It's really annoying. And it's also these bricks. But when you slice up this mesh and make it into an FBX so you can open it in Blender, these torches are actually connected, the three of them here. It's really annoying. And so I'm also a fan of potentially including comparison. Yeah, I know comparisons would be like really nice. Comparisons are just, oof, man, comparisons are tough because, I mean, I guess I should just be better about like taking screenshots of things. And I do, like when I post them to Twitter, I post like, here's what I did before I modded, here's kind of after, but yeah, it does just slow down the process massively, and trying to get good comparison shots. And I'm basically putting that off until later, where like, also because things are subject to change. So I kind of pushed off doing comparisons because those images could not age terribly well, and I'd have to redo them anyway, and that shit would suck. And I think people don't fully understand like what it is to get those comparisons, because of course, because I'm modifying the game files directly, I'd have to like basically verify the game with Steam to get the original files, and then have my mod files as separate. So it's not terrible. So basically I would have to take all my mod files. I already have them basically separate for the most part, except for the texture files. Those are stored just in the game folder. So anyway, I'd have to take those, have them all separate, and then basically go in the game with it being unmodded, take a screenshot, hope I get the camera angle the same, then get out of the game, copy over my mod files, boom, reload the game, go to the same save, make sure that the angle looks the same. It's not going to look identical. There are tools you can use to like try to like lock the camera to a certain position, and so it's tough. So just farm out the OG shot. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, technically, is there other ways of getting like the original images, but then matching those up perfectly? I think it just ends up being, actually, when I thought of it on paper, I'm like, oh, this shit's gonna be so easy, and then I go, oh my god. I think decreasing the amount of videos in favor of doing more live stuff would help the projects and their discovery chance and such. Yeah, I think that's possible. I mean, the thing I like about YouTube live streaming versus Twitch, for example, is that YouTube automatically makes it into a VOD after the stream is over. So it's just visible for everyone else. And then I just edit the title and just do some stuff. But so that way no one is missing out on the YouTube stuff, and then I barely have to do any work, which I have found important for my workflow. Because people do ask, like, why don't you do more editing with your videos? And I kind of have a variety of answers for that, where some of them are excuses, where like I have done more editing in the past and sometimes, but editing it can take a while. I think pretty much any YouTuber would ask you like, yeah, a lot of my time spent is editing, and that's what keeps the videos from coming out as often. And that's kind of the thing of like, I think my version is just talk to the camera. I think I've gotten decently good at a pace where I can talk and show the things and not have too many awkward, weird things. yeah, so I end up just liking I think mine comes off as a more busted version, but um, I think it comes off as more authentic because I don't want to edit. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I feel like the editing thing is something that all YouTubers think they have to like make it so edited and oh my God, I need to get this program to do this and have this such a slick transition. I think people get caught into that. And I'm sort of the opposite where if everyone's going to be doing something, I'll just do the other thing. That's why you'll see with my thumbnails. I don't think I've actually really talked about this. Wait, FYI, unlisting VODs is better for the algorithm. Huh. That's weird. Unlisting VODs. I'm okay with not unlisting them. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so here's the other thing. In terms of the YouTube knowledge of like how the underlying system works, I promise you that has been an evolving thing. And everyone says they have the key for here's what works with this. I basically just go by what YouTube says. I understand that's not, I could be missing out on details, but realistically, I think there's an entire industry that has popped up trying to understand what YouTube is doing. And I think a lot of it ends up being incorrect or ends up being circumstantial evidence. And some of it, obviously, it's right, of course, that YouTube didn't want to talk about yet or hadn't announced. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the long form content, I don't think YouTube is hating on long form content. I haven't seen YouTube talk about that. They have their shorts, yes. But YouTube is quite literally important because it has long form content. So I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I don't want to unlist them because, well, I think it would make it harder for you guys to find them. So I don't even care if it does hurt my channel algorithm skill. I'm not going to make it harder for my subscribers to find it, right? Like, fuck that, man. I don't care if I don't know. Anyway, I'll look after that. But no, you'll notice with my thumbnails, I very specifically on a lot of them have them be pretty sparse. Because the funny thing is, everyone always was like, well, you have to have clickbait thumbnails. You have to have clickbait thumbnails to get people's attention. And I'm like, that is true. They have proven themselves to be pretty reliable and good at that. But a funny thing happens when everyone is doing it. In that when everyone is doing clickbait thumbnails, well, what ends up being the real clickbait then, or the more effective thumbnails, are the ones who are not doing it. That's kind of the funny thing of chasing those YouTube trends where you end up doing what everyone else is doing. Well, it turns out you end up getting lost in the sea of whatever the fuck everyone else is doing. And yeah, I would say YouTube, they really are in a push for short form content because of TikTok. But from everything I've gathered from what YouTube has said, basically there are YouTube people who love long form content, and there are people who love short term content. So they're trying to cater to both. Okay, bitch ass. That's how I see it. I don't see them trying to deter people from doing long term. Because here's actually the funny thing. Because guess what platform right now is pushing for long form and is actually paying creators more to make long form? That would be TikTok. So I don't think that they're going to be only pushing for short, because even TikTok is pushing for long form. Because there's actually a really big benefit to long form. Like, there's money in long form content. So, but yeah, I do think that short form is obviously like the jingling the keys at people, right? And it obviously is very, very successful. But I think YouTube, at least with the current leadership at YouTube, I think they understand that what sets them apart is their more long form content. Because TikTok, boy, I've tried, and I do not like it. I feel exhausted back when I had TikTok and I went through my feed, and I just felt like it wasn't good for my brain, and I think it's different for everyone. But I personally was like, dude, I feel tired. I've seen too many things. I've seen too many different subjects, too many different, and to be fair, it did get boiled down into like, I like you know, the slow cooking videos. I like Dark Souls. I like Cats. But I felt like I was getting like little hits of dopamine. But it was like, yeah, but what if you had like 500 of them? And then seeing someone else's TikTok feed is a trip. It's like a perfect window into their fucking brain and how it works, and it's pretty terrifying. I didn't like it. I was like, dude, these are all inside jokes that I have no idea what this is about, as someone who isn't into 100% the same things. But the recommendation algorithm is fucking awesome. Too good, in fact. Too good. Oh, fuck. I got trapped in the legs again. Do you have Twitter? Screen cap updates would be good. Yeah, oh, I post on Twitter all the time. Twitter is honestly my main, like, I post it, like, if you want to get daily updates, it kind of would spoil you for the videos, to be honest, but, you know, I give people options, right? Yeah, I post on Twitter all the time, and there be the link. For now, it says Twitter. Probably say X in the future. So VODs tend to hurt channels. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I think it's gonna vary because I think obviously I think it varies from the YouTube user. So what I get recommended is long form content. I get recommended that shit all the time. So it knows that I like long form. And so I think that's more so what it's going to vary on. I don't, and so basically that just be a reflection that there are more video users who like short form versus long form? Yes. But I think for people who like long form, which are my homies are long form. And I understand that's where my niche is longer form. And I love that. I'm glad. I ain't gonna chase short form. Are the cutscenes in Dark Souls series pre-rendered or real time? They are real time. They basically can program like where the camera is and what's happening. But yeah, the intro cutscene is of course that is a video file. I'm not actually. I do know why they didn't go for videos or for like pre-rendered, because if they did pre-rendered, then your character's armor wouldn't show up, and so yeah, because we do exactly just as you said. I just now read the second half of it. Yeah, exactly. We see our face and armor, so I do understand that's why they went that way, because it just was a lot cooler if you could see your if you could actually see your character. Illusory Wall has some videos that unlock the camera and cutscenes. Yeah, that's really cool. I gotta watch more of Illusory Wall's videos. I've watched a decent chunk of them, but not all of them. It's also super surreal that I can just DM with Illusory Wall now. That's fucking weird to me. I'm just like, well, all right, that's a thing now, I guess. Cool, great. I've been able to DM with so many of the people that I used to, they're like heroes, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck? That's just weird, man. So, yeah, this area being dark, it's tough. Also, I have my monitor doesn't have good brightness. It's like a 4K monitor, and like it's a good LG and it has good contrast, but it also has like 250 nits, so it's not fucking great. Hey, wait, I just followed your Twitch and it says you. Oh, God damn it. I gotta delete my schedule on there. There's something I forgot to update. My bad. I'll remember to do that today and delete that. Because that's my thing of like, do I just stream on Twitch and then post it to a separate VOD channel, or do I think it probably makes more sense to just centralize it to this channel where everyone's already subscribed and the people have pretty unanimously said that they would like streams, and I like doing the streams. Like, I'm enjoying the hell out of this, and I'm just in front of my computer anyway when I'm modding, so I don't know. Okay, I got a Quaylag. I'm gonna pay attention to you now. I'm gonna give you my full attention. Before this, I've been autopiloting mostly, and hence I have not been seeing your telegraphs. Okay, you're doing your front barf? Okay, cool. Got it. Are you gonna bend down? Bend over? No. I get why you don't get hurt by your lava, but it is disappointing. I can't be stuck by the legs. I've gotten killed by the legs like twice now. I am doing this like really like low level and busted, so. Oh, what are you gonna do? Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. I gotta remember, don't get caught in the legs. She has a really nice top half and a really nasty bottom half. So these are not the legs. Oh, okay. Well, that sucked. That really sucked. Dude, it's dark, so it's harder to see that you're bending over, dude. Or homie. So could you barf your fucking low poly lava in a more cohesive pattern here? You're really harshing my vibe. Oh, fuck that! What the hell hit me? What the hell? Okay, well, that's some hitbox bullshit. Maybe that was an optical illusion. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't want to hit her chest though. I don't want to hit her chest. Her chest is great. That's the best feature. It's soon to be No Nut November, so I can't be this horny for Dark Souls characters. I also like that the Dark Souls fandom is just a pretty horny fandom. I think that's pretty great. You made the visuals too good. I know, they're fighting back. Oh, damn, y'all be barfing a lot. That's a super barf. That's a fucking sectional. Okay, I have to remember that she kind of has me cornered. Oh, fuck. God, I'm trying to fucking keep track of your... It's too dark? Okay, okay, well, if you're gonna... Okay. We're resetting. Yeah, let's reset. Wow, you really do follow quite a bit. Oh, damn, I thought I had STD bombs on me. I'd really like a bleed proc. I also end up having like no stamina when she does do her big orgasm burst or whatever. Okay. Also, I know your story's really sad and your sister's really sad. I promise to you right now here in front of God and everyone that I will not kill your sister for the Firekeeper soul. But I also really can't make that promise, and I'm lying. But I will sit at the bonfire first. Does that make you feel better that I'm murdering your sister? Probably. God, I'm using a butter knife on her. It's great. Hey, reset. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, you run faster than I fucking remember you running. Hey, someone rang the bell. Love to see it. Yeah, jump, jump. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely worse at boss at... Oh, fuck. Ooh, okay, that was close. Dude, you're harshing my vibe here. This is real stinky. This is real stinky. You're not being a nice boss right now. You're putting lava fucking everywhere. It's because my damage is shit. Oh, fuck me. That was close. Oh, I was thinking that was going to be a longer barf. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was close. Oh my god. This is pure gamer mode. Oh, fuck. It would be easier with DS2's ladle. Yeah, hell yeah. Looks like my wife. God damn. Strong arm dick smash would absolutely be able to pull a Quelaag. I mean, the bottom half is a little troublesome, but everything else is a straight banger, right? I mean, it's not Guinevere level. I mean, come on. I don't think a lot of things are going to hit Gwinnett levels. Hey, can you do your bend over thing? Okay, well, I like that move. That move's actually pretty sick. So, okay, I have an escape route in case she does anything crazy. Yeah. Oh, it's not the long barf. Fuck. Something. Ooh! Oh! I think that got my butt hairs. Oh my god, that was close. Whew! I got my caked up ass a little bit. I'm saying weird things because I'm a country boy makes do. Yeah, that's fair. I respect that. I mean, look, the top half is good enough that, like, you know, you do what you gotta do. I mean, you can't complain too much when you got a top half like that. Have light illumination on the floor? I don't think so. I think it just has a bloom around the general, like, effect, and so it kind of has the facsimile of illumination in some ways. Oh no! Oh fuck! God, fuck! God, bitch ass, taint ass. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I thought you were sitting down. I thought you were doing your lay down bullshit. Oh fuck. Is there no... Oh, fuck. Oh god, the other lava got cleared. Thank god. I'm stressed, chat. I'm stressed. Yeah, you can hear the bee mash? Yeah, I am bee panicking. Fucking hell, dude. I don't think I've really done Quelaag that often with just like a +2 goddamn weapon, a +1 flask. Oh, you're just blasting. No, you're not Kuming? Okay, cool, got it. Hey, barf. I rarely request barfs, but ow, fucking shit ass bitch team. Yeah, okay, you're way off on that one. Okay, all right, lady. I've had enough of your... Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, thank fucking Christ. Yeah, DS3 gameplay, that is the same mashing you hear. Fucking hell, dude. Well, that only took 6 years. It was probably Sunken Face, Gaunt, Pale as Snow. Well, I say canonically, I am a horn dog, and she was hot. So, woohoo! Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to lock in, chat. I had to lock in there. Yeah, this is dark as fuck. Izolith looking pretty lava-y. Nice depth of field. Yeah, I can see how this Izolith, because this is the real Izolith. The way that they rendered it from here, this is actually just using Connect collisions to do it. Versus the Izolith that I have in Tomb of the Giants is like way too bright. So, Lore always loses against Gooning. That's true. You're not wrong. Let's see how bad this cutscene is. It's probably absolutely ass looking. Oh my god, I just read, one day the boss will die, guys, I swear. Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh man, keep the lava there for a long time? Oof. Oh wow, that cutscene looks like such ass. Oh my god, Sense Fortress isn't even there. Oh no. He's pulling nothing! Oh, I love it. No! Oh, it looks terrible. Oh no. Taking a screenshot. Oh, he's standing on air. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, this is what happens when you take away the fake meshes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Canonically, that was Priscilla's doing. I'm sure we can connect A, B, and C, D, E, F. Yeah, my homeward bone will go back to that bonfire, which is fine. All right. You did it. You rang the bell, and Thanos sends Fortress. I mean, those snakes had it coming. Or snacks. Yeah, that's a real bad cutscene. I think I'll put in the description of the mod, maybe just skip every cutscene. Oh man, it's not going to help new players though. I don't think there's really going to be a lot of new players playing my mod. I usually don't recommend that people do that. I think most are going to skip the cutscenes anyway because they're like, I fucking know what happens. Don't. And the way that like what they choose to render during the cutscenes, I'll have to look into that. But Gwendolyn was probably taught his illusory powers in Ulasil as light equals time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with it. That's back burner stuff. I will say I love how overall how Blighttown looks. I think the water was actually a good change. I know not everyone agrees with it, but and then the added torches around the pillars, I think actually worked out really well. And then the shadows, and I'm actually pretty happy with Blighttown. Could you replace the cutscenes with pre-rendered videos? I don't know. That's a good question. I think that'd be a good way of doing it. I mean, it wouldn't show like your player, so that kind of sucks. But I could just have it be a beef jerky man, and most people would be like, "Oh, it's beef jerky man." Okay. I'm not sure he has really spoken. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. That was, I think, isn't Gwendolyn like the first real example of like you could consider like non-binary, right? Oh, I had two phantoms at once. Cool. Which I think is pretty cool. You can do it like classic RE and put the player. That is. Did you see there was a Twitter post or something of someone was using the fixed camera of, well, something, and they created like the tank control Resident Evil game, but it was Dark Souls. That was very cool. I thought that was actually a really good idea for a mod. It's really hard to set up, and I think it's equally as hard to play, but it looked pretty fun. If everything had a set camera perspective, oh my gosh. That just looked really cool and like a real challenge mode kind of thing. Like, I don't think it's anything that someone would actually want to play. He is explicitly a man based on the reversal ring. Yeah, okay, so I guess DS3 did have uh, some actual answers in the lore. Um, Dexterity 5. Give me all that vitality. And his first post DS1 act was becoming Allfather of the Way of Light. Hmm. Yeah, Aaron Weiss has got the lore hookup. How would bows work with aiming though? Yeah, that's true. I think it would not. I think it would not. Yeah. Uh, Not at all. Well, I beat Qualag. I think that's a good place to stop the stream. My mom was also. It's gonna sound really stupid, but my mom was like, "Oh, do you want to walk today?" We walk every once in a while, and she catches me up on what's going on in her life. So, um, she was like, "Yeah, let me know when the stream is over." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Um, but yeah. Well, I mean, I guess like last question is like, I mean, like, I guess, like, as a vote of everyone that's in chat right now, what is the general idea of streaming versus making those videos? Because I obviously could do both, but like, what is a good cadence? Like, one day stream, next day video, one day stream. Like, because for me, I could do that. Streaming every day is obviously also doable, but I think there's people that would prefer like a 20, 30-minute video versus every single time it's a 2 or 3 hour stream, right? Like, um, okay, occasional stream is really cool, especially on weekends. Yeah, I think, right. So for me, that was kind of my thought of like, it didn't have to be like all the time. It could be, um, I would personally like to set, yeah, like a weekly stream. Yeah, okay. Daily vid, hourly tweets, once a week stream. Oh, I like that. I especially like the streaming format. I could tune into a couple a week. Okay, more content no matter trivial. I love. Okay. Heavy prefer 20 to 30 minute video, but participating is special, and I will donate for it to happen. Oh, appreciate the love. This has obviously been the best stream I've ever had. I've streamed on Twitch before, but this has been so many more people tuning in, and so obviously the 5,000 only happened because of you guys. So, really it was more of a celebration of like y'all grouped up, and there's now 5,000 plus. Like that's the main thing. It's not me like willing it to happen. It's that people showed up. So really the celebration is more so for you guys, I think, than strictly just me. I actually tend to skip through the videos to get a general idea of what you changed. I kind of wondered, yeah. I kind of wondered. Will the stream get saved or deleted? It will be saved automatically. Right after the stream ends, it will automatically be a VOD for you to watch. And I'll make sure the title's good and the description. But yeah, it will be 100% on the channel, easy to find. And you'll be able to find it and watch the whole thing if you want. And that's why I have the chat on the one thing, so you can kind of see what I'm responding to versus just me talking to the void. But yeah, I think I would like to maybe I think I'll think about it, to do like 2 days of streaming a week, TDB. Well, I'd like to get that schedule down, because I think that's been one of the biggest successes of the channel, is that it's consistent. And so you guys can pretty much expect mostly daily videos, and nearly at the same time. That's been a goal of mine. So you're not just going, well, I don't fucking know when it's going to pop up, but maybe sometime. And so now it's like always. Oh, thank you, Errant Vice, by the way. I just saw that. $9.99. That's very generous. Thank you so much. Yes, strong arm dick smash. I remember seeing that. That was hilarious. And they were like, hey, Miyazaki, that's kind of weird. Let's not call it Dark Race. I'm pretty sure that's not going to go well. And he went, well, okay, fuck. Yeah, they changed it for a good reason. I love seeing the videos every day, but don't burn yourself up. Yes, I Dark Hole was the other. Yes, that cracked me the fuck up. No, I really appreciate when everyone says, hey, don't burn yourself out. The good thing is, like, making the videos is super quick and easy for me. I do it the first thing when I wake up, and I record it. I really look forward to doing it. The editing is very quick. Yeah, the Dondon vids where I learned that as well. And I was like, oh my god, they went the right way with Dark Souls. Because I know he didn't want to name it, I guess, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, but ended up that way. And thus, we were lucky. Dark Race and Dark Hole. That's how you know that Miyazaki, he's a little horny, right? He's a little horn dog. He didn't name it something with feet, though. So we have to, he was nice on that one. Yeah, I think I'll come up with like an actual set schedule, because that helps me too. So that way you guys can know he is down bad. He's down bad for feet like you wouldn't believe. And I am here for it, because I think it's hilarious and fucking hilarious. Dark Souls, nice. Hey, we stand the feet lovers. That's fine. Everyone's accepted. So I don't kink shame. But yeah, I think I'll come up with some sort of schedule of like videos versus streams. Mostly videos, and then maybe like 60-40. Because I actually really enjoy the streams, to be honest. And it's just nice chatting with you guys directly versus like a sort of delayed reply to comments, because I don't reply to all of them, and it doesn't show me them that well. So stay undefeated and don't go off. Oh no, we've gone full feet now. Yeah. So I think that's a cool idea. I think I'd like to make a schedule. So defeat. Oh Jesus Christ. Hey, put some clothes on. Fucking Milfred. I think that's her name. Sounds tasty. Jesus Christ. Okay, now we're getting horn doggy. Now I gotta stop the stream before the channel gets demonetized. Oh yeah, there you can see my recently opened. Well, anyway, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. The ridiculous amount of people that tuned in. The donations are ridiculous. and I super meat beater. Oh, I love it. I love that we have a funny community. That I was hoping for. I know we'd have some real horn dog funny people. I was hoping I would attract that. Um, yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. Definitely follow me on Twitter if you want more. Like I do community posts on YouTube as well, if that's the main way that you get information about it. So, but Twitter is another good way that you'll see more of like my in between thoughts. Peace out, brother. Keep up the good work. Always come looking for new uploads when I get back from work. Hell yeah. Thank you, Gamer Jones. And Parandamite. Really loving the community and the content. Yeah, I think we're building a really cool, fun, quirky, slightly horny community. I'm pretty cool with it. I like it. I'm digging it. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And it's been pretty baffling, and I never would have expected any of this. So it's been a lot of fun. I'll talk to you soon over YouTube community or Twitter or Discord. I do have a Discord. I gotta fucking link it better. I'll link a community post with like all my links in case you guys want to hang out, and I'll make a subreddit because that could be cool. I love Reddit. Yeah, horn dogs unite. We are pro horn dog in this community. We're respectful, but we're horn doggy. We are respectful horn dogs who do not kink shame. So, and we support Miyazaki in his love of feet. How has he not had a boss? Like he had the. I promise after this I'll end the stream. So in Elden Ring they had those hand enemies. I like. Why have there not been feet versions of those? That sounds horrifying. But I bet they could do a foot version. Elden Ring DLC. First enemy you see. Feet spiders. Get back to me on that. But yeah, anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Probably another video about the mod, and I'll come out with a schedule so you guys know like what to expect. So replace hands with feet. First Elden Ring mod on the FromSoft server channel. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. See you later.